Jesse, honey, I know it's only been a month since we said I do, but duty calls. I'm shipping out to fight in the Kazakh front. Oh, Jack, Jesse whispered, tears welling in her eyes. Promise me you'll come back, safe and sound. Jack forced a smile, trying to appear braver than he felt. Don't you worry your pretty little head. We'll have those guys beat in 6 months tops. Wait for me, okay? Half a year and I'll be back in your arms. Jack, Jessie started, her voice trembling. There's something I haven't told you yet. She paused, taking a shaky breath. We're going to be parents. She beamed through her tears. Twins, a boy and a girl. What was that, Jess? Jack strained, cupping his ear. The train station was roaring to life around them. I can barely hear you. Hello, Mom? It was Jack, years later, his voice weary over the phone. Stuck at work, can't make it for Thanksgiving. Yeah, I know, but work's crazy right now. I'll be back when I can. That's all right, honey. His mother's voice, though older, still held that familiar warmth. Work is important. Just come home when you can. Years blurred into decades. Another Thanksgiving call, this time from his son, Jeff. Hey, Grandma, little Mikey wants to hit the Children's Museum today. We won't be back for Thanksgiving dinner, sorry. Yeah, Lisa's here with us. We'll come visit when we can, okay? Gotta go. Mikey's pulling my arm. Love you. Then Elsie, his daughter, on the phone, her voice strained. Mom, it's been 30 years, you know. 30 years Jack's been gone. Jeff and Lisa have their own lives now, their own families. When are you coming home, Mom? Even if he walked in right now, would you even recognize him? Music swells, melancholic and poignant. Hurry it up, lady. A sharp voice snapped Jessie back to the present. I'm sorry, I don't know how to use this registration kiosk, she stammered, flustered. If you don't let your kids handle this stuff, you're going to be stuck in the Stone Age. The woman behind her huffed. You're hemming and hawing. There's a line building up. You're wasting everyone's time. I'm so sorry, Jessie mumbled, stepping aside, defeated. Music fades slightly, becoming gentler. Next. Number 20, please, the nurse called out. Jessie shuffled forward, feeling lost and alone. Thank you, she whispered, accepting the vaccination. Thank you, she hesitated. Could you pull out the needle? My hands are a bit shaky. The nurse smiled kindly. Are you here alone too? Jessie nodded, a sad smile touching her lips. My kids, they all work out of state, so yeah, just me. An older woman nearby overheard. People like us, who don't have kids around, we always come alone. Oh, the doctor is swamped, the nurse sighed, glancing at the waiting room. Let me help you first, honey. She gently took Jessie's arm. Okay, all right, just hold it there. With a quick practice motion, she removed the needle. There you go. Thank you, Jessie murmured, relief washing over her. It's okay. The nurse moved on to the next patient. Excuse me, a hesitant voice interrupted Jessie's thoughts. May I ask for your help? Jessie turned to see a woman holding a phone, looking slightly bewildered. There's this sale at the supermarket, the woman explained. Free carton of eggs if I can get enough people to click on this link. Could you maybe click on it for me? Yeah, sure, Jessie agreed, her own loneliness easing slightly at the prospect of helping someone. But I'm not exactly tech-savvy. You'll have to show me how. No problem. First, click here, the woman instructed, pointing at the screen. Then this. Why don't you sit down? Jessie offered, gesturing to an empty chair. Oh, thank you, dear. The woman gratefully sank into the seat. And then this, right? Yep, that's it. Done, Jessie announced. Oh, thank you so much. The woman checked her phone. Let me see. Still 2 points short. Getting older and fewer people around, she sighed. Guess I won't get those free eggs. Suddenly, Jessie had an idea. Wait for me. She pulled out her own phone and started dialing rapidly. Order all Black Group employees to click on this link for me immediately. Everyone, hurry and click. Into the phone, she barked, I've called for backup. Let's see if we hit 100. The woman watched, amazed as numbers on her phone screen jumped. 99, 99.98, 99.999, 100 factorial. It's 100. Oh my goodness, it's my first time achieving it. I finally got my eggs. She beamed, genuinely thrilled. Thank you, thank you. It's okay, Jessie smiled back. Next time you need help, I'll do the same for you. No problem, the woman chirped. I'm heading to the supermarket right now. Thanks again. Jessie watched her go, a faint echo of Jack's words resonating in her mind. We'll win. We'll win. Jack, she whispered to the empty air. Where are you? I wish you were here right now. A sleek black car pulled up to the curb. Ms. Johnson? The driver asked politely. Mr. Sterling is expecting you. Mr. Black? Jessie blinked, confused. Oh, right. Mr. Sterling. It was still so strange, being called to the Sterling Corp headquarters. Mr. Sterling is waiting in his office, the driver confirmed, holding the door open. Jessie stepped into the opulent lobby, feeling a pang of unease. Mr. Sterling, where are you? I haven't been back to New York in years, and the climate, it's making me sick. I came to see a doctor, a familiar voice echoed from the grand staircase. It was Mr. Sterling. Okay, Miss Johnson, we're coming to pick you up. Her phone buzzed again. It was Caleb, her supervisor at Sterling Corporation. Jessie, why haven't you arrived at Blackstone Enterprises yet? Are you working as a janitor still? Let me tell you, Mr. Sterling is returning today. If you're late, there will be consequences. I'm sorry, I'll be right there, Jessie stammered, hanging up abruptly. Blackstone Enterprises? Sterling? It was all swirling together, making her head spin. She rushed to the executive floor, heart pounding. Welcome back, Mr. Sterling, Caleb boomed, ushering a distinguished man into the office. Jessie gasped. It couldn't be, but it was. Jack? She whispered, barely audible. Mr. Sterling turned, his eyes locking onto hers. Jessie? 30 years melted away in that single moment. I'm back, he said softly. It's been 30 years. How have you been? The office door slammed shut. Caleb, Jessie's supervisor, blocked her path. What are you looking at, Johnson? Is Mr. Sterling someone a janitor like you is allowed to stare at? He grabbed her arm, his grip tight. Caleb, let go of me, Jessie protested, trying to pull away. Jessie, Caleb leered, his breath hot on her neck. I really like you. Stay with me. Jessie recoiled, disgust rising in her throat. Caleb, I could be your mother at my age. Let go of me. Come on, Jessie, he persisted, his voice dropping to a slimy whisper. I really like you. A woman with experience. Women in their 50s have a certain charm, don't they? If you were 20, I wouldn't even look at you. You perverted bastard, Jessie spat, trying to wrench herself free. Jessie, I'm the facility manager here at Blackstone. If you stay with me, I can take care of you. Aren't I better than those old geezers out there? He tightened his grip, pulling her closer. Jessie, I really like you. Stay with me. Let go of me, Caleb. If you don't, I'll call security, Jessie threatened, her voice trembling with anger and fear. Jessie, so what if you have kids? They won't come back to see you anyway. They don't want you. You want to be an old widow for life? He sneered. Come on, Jessie, I will take care of you. Ah, let go, Jessie cried out, kicking him sharply in the shin. I'm not a widow. I have a husband. Caleb laughed, a harsh, ugly sound. Your husband has been gone for over 30 years. He must be pushing up daisies by now. He promised to come back, Jessie insisted, her voice cracking. I'll wait for him. You old widow, Caleb roared, enraged. How dare you kick me? He grabbed her arm again, twisting it painfully. Keep shouting. See if your husband, who's been gone for over 30 years, will come to save you. Suddenly, a deep voice cut through the air. Let her go. Everyone froze. It was him, Jack, Mr. Sterling. It's him, Jessie gasped, relief flooding her veins. Caleb scoffed, turning towards the voice. This is a private office. Are you looking for trouble, Mr. Sterling? It's Jessie, Jack said, his voice dangerously calm. She said you were harassing her. She seduced me, Caleb blurted out, desperate. You've harassed me countless times, Jessie shot back, indignation blazing, threatening to fire me if I didn't obey. Am I harassing you? Caleb sputtered, pointing at Jesse. You're older than my mom. I'm a young man. Am I harassing you? He appealed to Jack. You're ridiculous. Can you believe it? This old woman out seducing men. She's really a lustful woman. In my opinion, Caleb turned to the onlookers, she's the one seducing him. A murmur rippled through the small crowd that had gathered. What kind of young man likes an old woman? One voice whispered. She has no shame, no morals, another chimed in. That's right. Then Jack spoke, his voice cutting through the noise. The surveillance footage shows that he harassed Jesse. Come on, he instructed two burly security guards who had appeared as if from nowhere. Drag him out. Mr. Sterling, please forgive me, Caleb wailed as he was hauled away. Jack turned back to Jesse, his expression softening. Thank you, Mr. Sterling, Jesse said, her voice still shaky. We meet again. It seems we're destined to. This scum working as a facility manager at Blackstone has caused you distress. Jack apologized, his eyes filled with concern. I apologize for the inconvenience. To make amends. He paused, considering. I want you to be my personal assistant. Personal assistant? Jesse repeated, surprised. But Mr. Sterling, I've never been an assistant. It doesn't matter, Jack waved away her concerns. You just need to help me with one thing. Thing? Jessie tilted her head, curious. Find my... Jack hesitated, a wistful look in his eyes. It's been 30 years. I don't know what she's like now. Find my first love. 30 years ago. Mr. Sterling, Jessie ventured cautiously, may I ask how you met your first love? Jack's gaze drifted into the past. We grew up in the same neighborhood. Back then, I was just a poor kid, so I joined the army. 1 month after we married, I had to leave her in a hurry. Jessie felt a strange pang of recognition, a sense of déjà vu. Mr. Sterling's experience is similar to Jack's, she murmured to herself. In fact, she continued, addressing Jack, I've already inquired about her phone number. I just don't know if I should call her. Can you give me some advice? Jack considered for a moment. I think you should call her, he said gently, just to send your regards. Okay, Jessie nodded, a nervous flutter in her stomach. The word Jack echoed again in her mind, a persistent whisper. Applause erupts. A new scene begins. Jessie unlocked her apartment door, her mind still reeling from the encounter with Mr. Sterling. Hey, Jess, why is your door open? Her neighbor Landon stood in the hallway, a concerned look on his face. Oh, I must have left in a hurry and forgot to close it, Jessie realized, flustered. I'll be right back. She rushed inside, Landon following close behind. Okay, go ahead, he said, leaning against the doorframe. I'm just overthinking it. He's the richest man in New York, Sterling Corp's president, Mr. Sterling. He can't be my Jack. Can he? Landon chuckled, a warm, familiar sound. Jess, I'm a good neighbor, right? I always keep an eye on your place. Fix your light bulbs? Yes, Jessie smiled, grateful for his presence. You're a great neighbor, Landon. She suddenly remembered her manners. Oh, Landon, you've been working hard, but I forgot to offer you water. Okay, I'm getting old. She laughed nervously. Why am I still nervous like a young man? Suddenly, her phone rang, startling her. Hey, Jess, your phone is ringing. Landon pointed to the kitchen counter. Can you answer it for me? Okay, Jessie picked up the phone, her heart pounding inexplicably. Hello, who is it? A man's voice, deep and resonant, filled her ear. It's been 30 years. Jessie froze, her breath catching in her throat. It's normal for Jess to remarry, she thought frantically. I've been gone for 30 years. How could I expect her to wait for me here? Landon, sensing her unease, offered her a glass of water. Here, have some water. He smiled reassuringly. You know, Jess, after all these years, I've been waiting for your answer. Jessie shook her head, her gaze fixed on some distant point. I'm sorry, Landon. I'm sure Jack will come back. Landon sighed, a mixture of resignation and understanding in his eyes. You've been waiting for years, Jess. If he could come back, he'd be back already. It's all over town, the Kazakh conflict. So many casualties. Maybe he trailed off, unable to finish the sentence. Maybe he's been what? Jessie challenged, her voice sharper than she intended. I'll wait for him. For the rest of my life. Landon, I know how you feel. Jessie softened her tone, placing a hand on his arm. But don't waste your time on me. It's useless. You'd better find someone who can take care of you. Live a good life. You are the one I like, Landon declared, his eyes locking with hers. Since you've decided to wait for him forever, I'll wait for him with you. A thought flickered in Jessie's mind. I wonder if Jack will be like Mr. Sterling, searching for me everywhere. Back at Blackstone Enterprises, Jessie sat across from Mr. Sterling in his opulent office. Mr. Sterling, have a seat. She gestured to the plush armchair. Did you call her yesterday? How did it go? Jack shook his head, a shadow of pain crossing his face. We'll lose each other forever, he murmured, almost to himself. I've let her down. What did you talk about? Jessie pressed gently. Tell me, I'll analyze it for you. I haven't talked to her yet, Jack confessed, his voice barely a whisper. Jessie frowned, confused. If you haven't seen your first love for 30 years, and you know she's married, would you still look for her? Jack looked up, his eyes searching hers. Has your first love started a new family? Uh-huh, Jessie nodded, confirming her own situation. The call yesterday was answered by a man. I think it was her husband. Jack's shoulders slumped. Maybe you were mistaken, Jessie suggested gently. It could have been a relative. No, I don't think so, Jack insisted. We don't have any relatives in New York. Therefore, the call couldn't have been from a relative. She's married. I should give her my blessing. Maybe her friend answered the phone, Jessie offered, grasping at straws. I think you should go see her. There have been many misunderstandings arising from not seeing each other for so long. I believe if you truly love each other, she won't be married. She will have waited for you. Jack looked at her, a flicker of hope in his eyes. Would she think so? If it were me, I would have waited. He opened a drawer and pulled out 3 velvet boxes, each containing a necklace. All right, here are the 3 necklaces I got for her. Look. He opened the first box, revealing a dazzling ruby necklace. I bought this ruby necklace at a high price in Kazakhstan. I think the color suits her skin tone. He opened the second box, showcasing a string of lustrous pearls. I bought this pearl necklace at a charity dinner in Philly for $1 million. I think it resembles her eyes. Finally, he opened the third box, revealing a vibrant turquoise necklace. What about that one? This is top-quality turquoise from Ireland. The first time I saw it, I thought of her. You're really infatuated with her, Jessie observed, a touch of sadness in her voice. You got so many necklaces for her. She gestured to the 3 boxes. Which one should I give her if I go to meet her? Jack pondered for a moment. The ruby necklace's color is too bright. It's not suitable for our age. The pearl necklace is elegant, but it's too high profile. The turquoise necklace is fresh. I think she'll like it. He studied Jessie, his gaze lingering on her face. You're about the same age as her, and of similar height and build. Can you please try it on? I want to see how it looks. Jessie hesitated, a blush rising to her cheeks. Mr. Sterling, I'm just a humble woman. I can't do it. You are the only one who can help me, Jack pleaded, his voice earnest. I just want to ensure she likes it, okay? Jessie reluctantly agreed, taking the turquoise necklace and fastening it around her neck. Jack stepped back, studying her intently. Okay, he murmured, a distant look in his eyes. She looks like Jess in my mind. Jessie felt a strange warmth spread through her chest. Being Mr. Sterling's first love should be very happy, she whispered, almost to herself. Mr. Sterling, Jessie offered, trying to shake off the unusual feeling. I'll help you order her a bouquet of roses. No matter what age, all women enjoy flowers. And I think she will too. Great, Jack exclaimed, brightening. Music swells, romantic and hopeful. A knock on Jessie's apartment door startled her. She opened it to find a young man holding a bouquet of roses and a small gift bag. Who are you looking for? She asked, confused. Is this Jessie's house? The young man inquired, checking his delivery slip. Yeah, Jessie confirmed, still puzzled. What do you need with my mom? Elsie, Jessie's daughter, stepped forward, suspicion in her voice. Does she have a daughter? The delivery man stammered, looking flustered. I'm sorry. I thought I had the wrong person. He turned to leave, muttering, Her daughter is grown up now. Elsie stared after him, a thoughtful expression on her face. So it's true, she murmured to Jessie. She has a new family. Jessie frowned, still trying to decipher the strange encounter. I'm so stupid, she said to herself, echoing Jack's earlier words. I shouldn't have interfered in her life. The delivery man turned back, handing the bouquet and gift bag to Elsie. Yeah, who would want a gift and a bouquet of flowers that's 30 years late? He shrugged and finally left. Elsie picked up the gift bag, peering inside. Isn't this what you picked out for Mr. Sterling's first love? She asked Jessie, her voice laced with confusion. Why is it on my doorstep? Just then, Landon walked in, a cheerful grin on his face. Mom, Mr. Welch asked if you got the gift he sent you? Elsie's eyes widened as she pulled out the turquoise necklace from the bag. Wow, she breathed. He's making progress. He finally knows how to pursue girls. Is it from Landon? Jessie took the necklace, turning it over in her hands. This necklace is identical to Mr. Sterling's, she realized, a chill running down her spine. His first love has the real one. Landon must have been cheated. He bought a fake. Mr. Sterling, Jessie began, her voice trembling slightly as she sat across from Jack in his office. Did you see your first love yesterday? Jack shook his head, his expression downcast. No, it was her daughter who answered the door. Is she already married? Since she has a family now, Jessie said softly, I should bless her. Jack nodded, a hint of resignation in his voice. Tomorrow night, at my return banquet, I will auction the Heart of the Ocean ring for charity under the name of Mrs. Sterling as a blessing for her. Yes, Mr. Sterling, Jessie agreed, a strange mix of emotions swirling within her. Can you tell me your first love's name, so that I can give it to the banquet host to arrange? Jessie, Jack replied, his voice barely above a whisper. Her name is Jessie. Jessie froze, her heart skipping a beat. Jessie, she repeated, her voice trembling. What's the matter? Jack asked, noticing her reaction. What's special about it? Nothing, Jessie stammered, trying to regain her composure. I must be overthinking. How could Mr. Sterling be Jack? It's just a coincidence of names. She forced a smile. Okay, go ahead, baby. How's it? Music shifts to a tense, dramatic tone. Isn't it exciting to have an affair in this place? A sleazy voice whispered in Jessie's ear. She whirled around to see Kane, her former supervisor from Blackstone, leering at her. Kane, Jessie exclaimed, recoiling in disgust. I didn't expect you to be flirting with someone here. Since you rejected me, my fortunes have been soaring. Now I'm the boss of the Thomas Group. He smirked, running his eyes over her. After all these years, you're becoming more and more attractive. What do you even call this outfit? Uniform seduction? Behave yourself, Kane, Jessie snapped, her voice cold. We're both nearly 50. Don't you have any shame? What shame? Kane scoffed. You're a woman living alone. You're practically radiating availability. Why acting so innocent? He grabbed her arm, his grip tightening. Let go of me, Jessie hissed, trying to pull away. This is a public space. I will tell your wife about your illicit interests. My wife won't care, Kane sneered, pulling her closer. But I can deal with you. Suddenly, a shrill voice pierced through the noise. Let go of my man, you wicked woman. A woman, Kane's wife, stormed towards them, her face contorted with rage. I finally caught you. You're the wicked woman ruining other people's families. Everyone, look at this, she shrieked, grabbing Jessie by the hair. This shameless woman seduced my man. Why are you yelling? Jessie protested, struggling to free herself. You're mistaken. I'm not his lover. No, you're the one messaging him constantly. Kane's wife screeched, ignoring Jessie's pleas. You wore black stockings and sent him pictures. Don't you see how you look? You seem to specialize in seducing other people's husbands. I didn't believe it when people told me you were dating here. I never thought I'd catch you here. No one can touch her with me here, a deep voice boomed, cutting through the chaos. Jack stepped forward, his eyes blazing with anger. Who are you? Kane's wife demanded, turning her fury on him. What do you want? Bluff like this janitor. Watch your words, Jack warned, his voice dangerously low. This is the Blackstone Enterprises return banquet. Kane's wife faltered slightly. You still know it's the Blackstone Enterprises return banquet, huh? Speak up. Did you seduce the guards at the entrance to let you in? That's right, honey, Kane chimed in, seizing the opportunity to deflect blame. She kept pulling me. I didn't do anything. You know very well who was holding on to whom, Jessie retorted, her voice rising in anger. Why are you pretending? Don't you think I don't know what you're like? Kane's wife continued her tirade, ignoring Jessie. Don't forget how you came to us with your two fatherless kids begging for help. And don't forget how you knelt down in front of my house and begged for food. Yes, I did, Jessie shot back, her voice ringing with defiance. So what? As a mother, I have a responsibility to keep my kids alive. So you approached my husband, Kane's wife shrieked again, her face inches from Jessie's. You shameless woman! And you bore two illegitimate children. You jerk! My kids are not illegitimate, Jessie roared, fury finally erupting. Stop it! Nonsense! Everyone knows those two are yours from an affair with a stranger. You got pregnant with his kids, didn't you? I'll say it again, Jessie's voice trembled with rage. Elsie and Jeff were born to me and my legal husband. They are not illegitimate kids. Then why haven't I ever seen him? Kane's wife challenged. I am her husband, Jack declared, stepping forward and placing a protective arm around Jessie. Music swells, dramatic and suspenseful. Which one of her lovers are you? Kane's wife sneered, dismissing Jack with a wave of her hand. I'm not her lover, and she doesn't have one either, Jack stated firmly, his eyes fixed on Kane's wife. You're skilled at seducing men, including my husband. While with that mincing guy, Kane's wife pointed at Kane, then back at Jack. You two really are a couple, sharing the same foul mouth. You're not welcome here, Jack said, his voice like ice. Get out. I think it's you who should leave, Kane's wife retorted, her voice dripping with venom. Do you know whose banquet this is? It's for Mr. Sterling. It's a disgrace for lowly people like you to stay here. The famous Mr. Sterling is the richest man in New York. I'm here to meet him. He's not interested in arrogant parvenus like you, Jack said, his gaze unwavering. Let's go, honey, Kane's wife said to Kane, pulling him away. Why are you bothering with him? The banquet has started. It's time for donations. Hurry up. The banquet host's voice boomed through the hall. Blackstone Enterprises Return Banquet will auction alien artwork. The Heart of the Ocean Ring. Mr. Sterling will donate the auction fee to free schools in Mrs. Sterling's name. The auction of the Heart of the Ocean Ring starts at $70,000. The Thomas will bid $140,000. Kane's wife sneered at Jessie and Jack. Is there anything higher? We bid over so much, can you and your lover bid? Jack raised his hand, his voice calm and commanding. I think Mr. Sterling should throw you out. He paused, letting his words sink in. Anyone else? 3, 2. I'm president of Blackstone Enterprises, Jack Sterling, Jack announced, his voice resonating through the hall. I bid $14 million. Gasps and murmurs ripple through the crowd. $14 million, the host exclaimed. Host, stunned. Mr. Sterling, thank you for supporting the banquet. Congratulations on becoming tonight's public welfare star. Kane's wife and Kane stared, mouths agape, as Jack turned to Jessie, his eyes filled with warmth. Jessie, he said softly, you've climbed to Mr. Sterling. Music shifts to a triumphant, romantic theme. Are you also named Jessie? Jack asked, turning back to Jessie, a curious glint in his eyes. Jessie hesitated, a nervous laugh escaping her lips. Mr. Sterling, my name is popular. I had the same name as others when I worked as a janitor. Don't read too much into it. She paused, then added, almost to herself, Mr. Sterling is also called Jack. It's the same name as my husband. She shook her head dismissively. Should I ask him about it? Forget it. Is she the one I'm looking for? There's no such thing as coincidence. The host's voice filled the hall again. $14 million from the Heart of the Ocean bidding will be donated to free schools for free in Mrs. Sterling's name. Applause thunders through the room. Kane's wife, recovering from her shock, pointed a trembling finger at Jack. You love acting, don't you? She sneered. It was $14 million. Do you really think you're Mr. Sterling? What if I can come up with this $14 million, huh? She turned to Kane, her voice rising hysterically. Honey, why don't you tell him to leave? If Mr. Sterling sees him, this banquet will be ruined. Do we still have a chance to talk to Mr. Sterling? She turned back to Jack, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Why pretend to be rich, you poser? Hurry up and get down. Ouch! She stumbled, clutching her ankle. Honey! Honey! Kane rushed to her side, his face contorted with anger. How dare you hit me in public? I'll make you excluded from New York. Jack watched them, a flicker of amusement in his eyes. Well done, Mr. Sterling, he said to himself, then addressed the crowd, his voice amplified through the microphone. People like him should be beaten. Can a small Thomas group exclude me from New York? Ridiculous. Kane, still fuming, turned back to Jack. You keep saying Mr. Sterling. Who do you think you are? You're just a seductive woman and a janitor. Jessie stepped forward, her voice ringing with authority. Jessie Johnson is Mr. Sterling's assistant. Watch your tongue. Kane's wife scoffed. Mr. Sterling's assistant? Who would believe that? You've been a janitor all your life and can't even read a few words. Now you jump straight to being Mr. Sterling's assistant? Are you fantasizing? I'm not fantasizing. I'm telling the truth, Jessie retorted, her voice unwavering. You're aging and don't have much time to live, Kane's wife sneered. Why are you pretending here? Don't you know where you are? Is this a place you, a poor old woman, dare to speak out of turn? Here, you're crazy, Kane joined in, his face red with anger. President of Blackstone Enterprises, I order you to get out. He pointed at Jack. Aren't you that poor woman's lover? Have you finished acting, huh? Jessie is poor. How can she afford to hire a good actor? He turned to the crowd, appealing to their prejudice. Bow your head and smell the scent of a poor old man. How dare you come here? That's right. Being a janitor's lover, how can you get any money? Don't embarrass yourself. It's laughable. Don't be so aggressive, Jessie warned, her voice calm but firm. Leave a way out for yourself. I can't believe poor Jessie, who knelt and begged me for money, is now educating me. Kane's wife scoffed, her voice laced with venom. I am Jack Sterling, Jack stated simply, his gaze unwavering. You're good at bragging. Kane's wife laughed derisively. Do you even have a monthly pension of $2,000 and dare you say you're Mr. Sterling? Hey, what are you waiting for? She turned to the banquet staff. The Heart of the Ocean ring needs to be paid on sight. Paid on sight? Jessie repeated, a glimmer of understanding dawning in her eyes. No problem, Jack said, pulling out a black card. The bank card is unrecognized, the cashier announced, confusion in her voice. Are you kidding me? An unrecognized bank card? Kane's wife shrieked, triumphant. What's the point of swiping it? An old janitor doesn't have money. How can her lover have any? What's going on here? Kane demanded, his voice rising. I think he's an imposter who should be dragged down and beaten up. That's right. Something must be wrong. Jessie stepped forward, her voice calm and collected. Forget it, she said, addressing the cashier. I'll buy time for Mr. Sterling first. She turned to Kane and his wife, her gaze steady. A leopard can't change its spots. Who are you to treat Mr. Sterling this way? Kane's wife, enraged, slapped Jessie hard across the face. How dare you hit me? A poor woman like you can only seduce lowlifes. Your life is a burden. This is a 5-star card, the cashier interjected, her voice trembling. I can't believe it's unrecognized. She stammered, so your card is a 5-star card? Sorry, my machine can't recognize it. It's okay, Jack said, his voice calm amidst the chaos. Since it can't be recognized, I'll just pay in cash. What are you pretending? Kane's wife scoffed. I think what's in here is all the money you fake. Jack signaled to Bruce, his assistant, who stepped forward and opened a heavy briefcase, revealing stacks of cash. What? Kane's wife gasped, her bravado faltering. Is it real? Someone whispered. According to the test, the money in here is real, the cashier confirmed, her eyes wide with disbelief. Go away! Get out of my way, Kane's wife screamed, pushing through the crowd, her face pale with shock. Real, 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 people murmured, staring at the stacks of cash. That's impossible, Kane stammered, his face ashen. Real. It's all fake. Jesse mused, watching Kane and his wife flee in disarray. Even if it's real, it's not enough to be $14 million. Not enough, Jack challenged, raising an eyebrow. Then count it. Bruce began counting, his voice echoing through the suddenly silent hall. $144,000. $288,000. $1.4 million. No. $14 million. $14 million. No. It's impossible, Kane stammered, his voice fading into insignificance. Jesse turned to Kane's wife, her voice laced with a touch of pity. Jesse, we're from the same neighborhood. I know your family situation very well. You're just a poor, talentless woman who spends your days begging others to raise 2 kids. Don't you realize how pitiful and humble you are? You seem exhausted from working hard. You're almost at the end now, so you're pretending to enjoy the life of the wealthy. I earned my living through hard work, Jessie retorted, her voice ringing with pride. What's wrong with that? Some people only chase after rich men at a young age. You wicked woman. Kane's wife lunged at Jessie, her face contorted with fury. I'll beat you up today. The Thomases disrupted my return banquet, Jack declared, his voice booming through the hall. I declare that Blackstone Enterprises will never collaborate with the Thomas Group. You, Kane's wife shrieked, pointing at Jessie. How can you represent Blackstone Enterprises? There must be something wrong with this money. You must have stolen it. That's right. I'm calling the police. I'm going to put you in jail for... You're so stubborn, Jack interrupted, his voice laced with weariness. Come on, he instructed the security guards again. Get this unreasonable couple out of here. From now on, they are banned from Blackstone Enterprises. No, it's impossible, Kane's wife screamed as she and Kane were dragged away. You must be mistaken. Let go of me. Let go. It's a mistake. Let go of me. Let go of me. You've all been fooled by them. They're both liars and imposters. As the chaos subsided, a young woman approached Jessie, her face beaming. So sorry, Mr. Sterling, she said apologetically. I have to go. My dance competition will start today. Mr. Sterling, she added, turning to Jack, thank you for accompanying me tonight. I'll work hard. She curtsied gracefully. You were wronged at my banquet, Jack said to her, his voice gentle. I'm here to accompany you as my way of making it up to you. Thank you, Mr. Sterling. The young woman's face lit up with delight. I have to change my costume. The community organized this dance competition to enrich the lives of the elderly. Everyone, please be prepared. We're about to start. I'll head over first, okay? Okay, Jack nodded, watching her hurry away. Jessie followed the young woman backstage, curious. She saw a group of older women in vibrant, modern dance costumes, and then noticed the young woman's own outfit. What are you wearing? One of the women scoffed, looking Jessie up and down. It looks so outdated. Our costumes are all custom-made. Why are you dressed in rag? Another woman sneered. Her costume is too rustic. It doesn't match us at all. A third woman chimed in. You're too old-fashioned. I think you should stop dancing right now. Don't ruin our team's beauty and performance. I won't lower the score, the young woman protested, her voice trembling. I've practiced a lot, and I only have this one costume. If you can't change, then you don't perform. Even though we're old, we've chosen a more youthful dance song. Look at you. You look so scruffy. Don't affect our scores. We're here for the prizes. Tears welled up in the young woman's eyes. Jessie stepped forward, her voice firm. It's just a costume. I'll give you one. She turned to Bruce, who had followed her backstage. Bruce. Bruce opened a large garment bag, revealing a rack of glittering, modern dance costumes. Is this okay? He asked, holding out a shimmering silver outfit. Don't worry, choose one. They're all new styles. Music becomes upbeat and lively. As the dance competition began, Jessie watched from the sidelines, a smile playing on her lips. Look at that woman's outfit, someone whispered in the audience. It's stunning. When the light hits the fringes, it sparkles. Yes, another voice agreed. And look at the guys behind her. Their costumes are just so-so, And they're not good at dancing. She has a great face. At her age, she's so well cared for. Her skin has a rosy complexion with no wrinkles. What skincare products does she use? Her waist is so slim and soft. She's like a 30-year-old star. She'll be the winner today. I want her to be my dancing partner, a man exclaimed. I'm her dancing partner, another retorted. You don't stand a chance. Applause erupts as the dance concludes. Jessie approached Jack, a basket of eggs and a bag of rice in her hands. Take a look at it for me, she said, handing him the prizes. She works so hard for these things, looking just like the young Jess. Jack took the basket and bag, a wistful smile touching his lips. Mr. Sterling, not bad. Huh? Jessie chuckled. The first place prize is a basket of eggs and some rice. Let's put it here for now, okay? Okay, Jack agreed, taking the prizes. I'm sorry, Mr. Sterling, Jessie said, her voice laced with gratitude. Thank you for carrying these for me. It's okay, Jack waved away her thanks. It's just like carrying sandbags during the war when I was young. It's not bad. They reached the elevator. Suddenly, Jack swayed, his hand flying to his chest. Mr. Sterling, Jessie cried out, concern flooding her face. Mr. Sterling, what happened to you? Jack leaned heavily against the wall, his breathing shallow. Mr. Sterling, slow down, Jessie pleaded. Do you have any candy or chocolate at home? These are good for hypoglycemia. Jack nodded weakly. There's a tin over there. Snickers. Snickers, Jessie repeated, a jolt of recognition running through her. I only eat Snickers because of my first love, Jack murmured, his voice faint. Jack, a candy bar can help with hypoglycemia. He shook his head. I don't want to eat it. You have to, Jessie insisted, her voice firm. Since then, yeah, I've kept some candies at home. Her mind raced, connecting the dots. Is it possible, Mr. Sterling? Is Jack? What's wrong? Jack asked, noticing her stunned expression. Nothing, Jessie stammered, trying to regain her composure. I slipped by accident. Let me help you. No need, Jack insisted, waving her away. Mr. Sterling, I'd like to ask, Jessie ventured, her voice barely a whisper. Do you still have photos of you and your first love? Later that evening, Landon arrived at Jessie's apartment for their usual chess game. Jack, he greeted her, a playful jab in his voice. You're a bit much. You've been back for so long. You work day in and day out, buried in your work, and didn't come to play chess with me. Jessie sighed, distracted. What's the hurry, Landon? You're still in the same rush as when you were young. No wonder you're still a bachelor. Landon chuckled. Hey, you have a sharp tongue. Hey, from now on, I don't consider you a friend. You're still the same joker you were when we were young, Jessie retorted, a faint smile touching her lips. If I didn't know you so well, I might take you seriously. All right, let's get serious. Landon's tone shifted, becoming more serious. You've been back for so long. Why don't you look for her? Do you know how she survived all these years when you were absent? I've been looking for her, Jack admitted, his voice low. But I don't dare see her now. What do you mean by that? Landon demanded, his eyebrows furrowed. When did you become such a coward? So what's your next step? Landon pressed. I wish her well, Jack murmured, his gaze distant. I hope she's happy now. That's it? Landon exclaimed, incredulous. Jack, are you pissing me off? She's been waiting for you for 30 years. 30 years. Okay, it's fine if you don't see her, but you also pretend to wish her well? Are you out of your mind? I'm serious, Jack insisted, his voice strained. Instead of disturbing her peaceful life, I'd rather stay behind and silently bless and protect her. Landon stared at him, exasperated. Jack, your head does nothing but make you look taller. I'm telling you, I'm old and have health issues. Don't make me angry. Be careful what you say. I'm too ashamed to see her. You think you're the hero in a TV show, returning after years? Landon scoffed. You'll be 50 soon. Since you're back, you need to see her and know what she's thinking. No, we have to meet. You set a time. Landon pulled out his phone and started dialing. Hey, is that Landon? Jessie's voice echoed from the phone. Why does it sound so much like him? What did you want to ask me? Jessie continued, her voice slightly muffled. Nothing, Landon replied quickly, realizing he'd accidentally called Jesse instead of Jack's friend. I just wanted to know your friend's name. His name is Lane. Lane? Jesse repeated, a hint of confusion in her voice. Then it shouldn't be Landon. I've never heard of anyone calling him Lane. Yes, he's Lane in this world. I may be the only one who can call you like that, Landon. All right then, Landon said, hanging up abruptly. I'm fine. You can go home first, okay? Hey, thank you. Landon. Jesse's voice faded as the call ended. Landon turned back to Jack, a knowing smile on his face. Landon, all right then. He mimicked Jesse's voice playfully. I'm fine. You can go home first, okay? Hey, thank you, Landon. Jack stared at him, realization dawning in his eyes. That evening, Landon found Jessie struggling with a flickering light bulb in her hallway. The light bulb keeps breaking down, she sighed, frustration evident in her voice. It needs to be fixed so many times. It's a real hassle. Although this house is new, the wiring is old, which explains the issues. But don't worry, I'm here, Landon reassured her, reaching for his toolbox. I'll fix it whenever it breaks. Jessie watched him work, a nervous energy bubbling inside her. I'm very confused, she blurted out. Do you think this bulb is against me? Landon chuckled, shaking his head. Oh my! I was freaking out. I thought I was exposed. If the light bulb isn't broken, how can I find an excuse to come here? It's done, Landon announced, stepping back to admire his handiwork. Suddenly he winced, clutching his back. Ouch! Ouch! My back! Is it okay? Jessie rushed to his side, concern etched on her face. Do you need to go to the hospital? How could you be so careless? No, Landon waved away her concern. I just put my back out, really. I'm still strong. He tried to straighten up, but grimaced in pain. Go sit on the sofa, Jessie urged, gently guiding him towards the living room. Okay, you're so careless. As Landon settled onto the sofa, Jessie hesitated, then spoke, her voice barely above a whisper. Jess, let me ask you something. What if Jack comes back one day? Landon looked up at her, his expression unreadable. Our family is here, Jessie continued, her voice trembling slightly. I'm here too. I've been waiting for him for so long. If he returns, then this family will be complete. She paused, taking a deep breath. In fact, I've been in touch with him. Landon's eyes widened. With whom? Jack, Jessie whispered, her voice barely audible. He's back. Is Jack back? Landon repeated, his voice a mixture of disbelief and hope. Jessie, listen to me, Landon said gently, taking her hands in his. You haven't seen him in decades. When you see him, you'll be excited. How about this? I'll see him for you first. Does Jack not want to see me? Jessie asked, her voice laced with sadness. That's right, Landon confirmed, nodding slowly. I'm getting old, with wrinkles. No. Jessie, listen to me, Landon interrupted, his voice firm but kind. Jack really wants to see you. He's just nervous. You should... I understand, Jessie murmured, a faint smile touching her lips. I can wait. I've been waiting for 30 years. I don't mind waiting 2 more days. The next day, Landon met Jack at a cafe. Hey, Jack, long time no see, Landon greeted him, a playful punch on the arm. You've changed so much. I wouldn't recognize you if you didn't say hello. Jack smiled, a hint of sadness in his eyes. You haven't changed at all these years. I'm just a retired old man. That's all I'll ever be. Sit down, Landon gestured to the chair opposite him. What do you want to drink? Wellness tea, Jack replied automatically. Jack, let's get to the point, Landon said, his tone becoming serious. Where have you been all these years? I went to war, didn't I? Jack stammered, avoiding Landon's gaze. Have you been at war for 30 years? Landon scoffed, incredulous. Who are you kidding? Do you think I'm easy to fool? Tell me the truth. What happened after the war? Why didn't you come back sooner? Jack sighed, running a hand through his hair. I was seriously injured during the war, and in a coma for a while. Then I got caught up in other things. Forget it. It's not important. It's fine that I came back to see Jess happy. How can you see that she's happy? Landon challenged, his voice rising. Do you know how much she has suffered these years? Do you see how she almost ended up in the operating room due to postpartum hemorrhage? Do you see her working 3 jobs a day to make money for her baby's formula and eggs? Didn't she have a new family? What's her husband doing, making her suffer like this? Do you know how villagers insulted her and laughed at her all these years since you went off to war? Landon's voice was filled with righteous anger. Laughed at her? Insulted her? Jack repeated, his face paling. Why? You've been away for so many years, and she's all alone. What could they say about her? They called her an unwanted widow, an inferior, a natural-born jerk. Landon spat out the insults, his voice dripping with disgust. It's outrageous. Now, do you know you delayed coming back because of your guilt? Isn't that more outrageous? But I didn't know she'd suffered so much, Jack whispered, his voice filled with remorse. There's so much you don't know, Landon said, his voice softening slightly. You don't know how hard it's been for her to support her family alone. But I know you love her. Go see her. I want to, Jack admitted, his voice barely audible. But I don't dare. It's not just guilt. I have too many shackles. Jack, Landon sighed, his voice laced with weariness. Do you know that when she was in a coma after the hemorrhage, she called out your name? Has she been happy all these years? She's never forgotten you. She misses you all the time. The same goes for me. Just then, Jack's phone rang. It was Bruce, his assistant. Mr. Sterling, there's a document that needs your signature. I'll be right there, okay? I'm in the cafe. Just come right in. Jack hung up, a flicker of panic in his eyes. The voice sounds familiar, Landon mused, his brow furrowed. Why does it sound like Jesse's voice? Jack, who are you talking to? Landon pressed, suspicion creeping into his voice. My coworker, Jack replied quickly, avoiding Landon's gaze. Why then it's definitely not Jesse, Landon said dismissively. Jesse and Jack can't be coworkers. I must have misheard it. Hey, why do you get so excited at a woman's voice? No, why would I be excited? I'm old. I just feel that voice. He trailed off, lost in thought. Forget it. I'm going to the restroom. Bruce arrived, handing Jack the document. Mr. Sterling, please sign here. Jack signed quickly, his mind elsewhere. Okay, then I'll leave first, Bruce said, taking the signed document and departing. Music shifts to a thoughtful, introspective tone. Jack, Landon said, returning from the restroom, his voice gentle but firm. We've known each other for years since that. Tell me the truth. You can decide for yourself. Do you want to see her? Landon, are you forcing me? Jack asked, his voice strained. Don't misunderstand, Landon replied, shaking his head. I'm not forcing you. If you want to see her, I'll organize a meeting for you two to meet. Jack hesitated, then nodded slowly. All right, he said, his voice barely a whisper. I'll do it. That's right, Landon exclaimed, relief flooding his face. Let's go. I'll take you home. As Landon drove, he continued to tease Jack. Jack, what's wrong with you? You've worked for 30 years and don't even have a car. How can I trust you with Jess? I'm not like you, an old retired cadre on a pension monthly. You've had a good life. It's not easy for you either. Don't dress so formally when you see me. You're not meeting a leader. Save your money and buy a car. You talk too much, Jack grumbled, a hint of a smile playing on his lips. Make a drive. Yes, I'm a good man. I hope you'll be happy. Landon pulled up in front of Jesse's building. Jack, get out of the car. Jess, you've been longing for, is right across the street. Go ahead, talk to her. What do you mean? The opportunity is right there. She's in front of you. As your friend, this is all I can do to help you. Hurry up. Landon watched Jack hesitate, then finally step out of the car and walk towards Jesse's building. He's over 50 and still acts like he did when he was young, Landon chuckled to himself. Later that evening, Jack found Jesse at a roadside barbecue stand, looking lost in thought. Isn't she my assistant? He murmured, confused. When did she become my wife? What the hell is Lane doing? Mr. Sterling, what a coincidence, Jesse exclaimed, startled by his presence. Why are you here? I didn't expect you to enjoy this roadside barbecue, Jack replied, feigning casualness. I used to come here with my first love. We both loved the atmosphere here. Then when I went to the war in Kazakh, I haven't eaten it since. Mr. Sterling, Jesse said softly. Her eyes filled with understanding. I can see you love her very much. You remember the little moments between you two. Jack nodded, his gaze drifting into the past. Jack, he murmured, mimicking his younger self, garlic is spicy and will harm you. Don't eat it here. I'll pick it out for you, okay? Jessie smiled, playing along. Okay, she replied, mimicking her younger self. Now you can eat it. You're so caring. Then I'll avoid garlic from now on, Jack continued, his voice soft and nostalgic. I'll listen to you. Mr. Sterling, don't you like garlic? Jessie asked, her voice gentle. I don't like it because I have hypoglycemia, Jack explained, his voice barely above a whisper. It isn't good for me. Mr. Sterling, I've picked it all out, Jessie said, handing him a skewer of barbecue. You can eat it now. As Jack took the skewer, a wave of emotion washed over Jessie, a feeling of familiarity so strong it was almost overwhelming. Why does this feeling come back? She wondered, her heart pounding in her chest. I'll take you to meet her at the square tomorrow, Jack said, breaking the silence, his voice filled with a newfound determination. Yes, Jessie agreed, her voice trembling slightly. The next day at the town square, Landon stood beside Jessie, his expression somber. Well, the choir show's about to start, he said, his voice heavy with resignation. After the chorus is over, I'll quit. I won't sing anymore. Why is it? Jessie asked, her brow furrowed with concern. We've been singing together for years. Why are you leaving suddenly? What's wrong, Landon? What is there left to hide between us? Landon sighed, his gaze fixed on some distant point. Jessie, at first you joined the choir. That's why I followed you here. I just wanted to be with you. Since Jack has come back, I won't be able to do it. I wanted to guard you all along. When Jack was away, I could be with you for any reason. But now he's back. I have no reason to do it anymore. Sorry, Landon. Jessie, Landon continued, his voice laced with a mixture of sadness and acceptance. Over the years, you've been waiting for him all the time, from youth to middle age. I feel sorry for you. I thought I could take his place, but now that Jack's back, I know that I'll never have this chance in my whole life. He paused, a wistful smile touching his lips. Even so, we could continue to be friends. I don't lack friends. Landon shook his head, his voice firm. Just keep our distance. Jessie, the chorus is about to start. Let's go. As they walked toward the stage, Landon stopped, turning to Jessie, his eyes filled with a deep sadness. Do you really have to leave? Jessie asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Alas, Landon sighed, a hint of weariness in his voice. I've been tired of staying here long ago. I was born tone deaf. I'm just not cut out for singing. Forget it. I'll quit. He turned and walked away, leaving Jessie standing alone, a sense of loss washing over her. Jessie, Jack's voice called out, breaking through her thoughts. Jack is waiting for you there. Go for him. Bye, Mr. Sterling. Landon waved goodbye, disappearing into the crowd. Mr. Sterling? Jessie repeated, confused, turning towards the direction Landon had indicated. She saw Jack standing at the edge of the square, a hesitant smile on his face. Why is Mr. Sterling here? Could he be Jack? Jessie, what a coincidence. Surprisingly, we've met again. Suddenly, a rough hand grabbed Jessie's arm, pulling her roughly aside. Get off me, Mark, she cried out, recognizing her former blind date. Jessie, Mark sneered, his face contorted with anger. Do you remember the mistake you made before? What a gold digger. I have no idea about it, Jessie protested, trying to break free from his grip. I'm a victim too. Damn it, you insulted me and made me disgraced in front of the neighbors for several years. How dare you claim it? Are you fooling me? It's just the truth. Believe it or not, you're merely in possession of an alluring exterior. It has no value at all. You can't compete with the young beauties. Even if you're pretty, you're no spring chicken. How dare you tempt the big shot, Mark? You ignored my words and even flirted with me in public. So what if I did it like this? Mark continued, his voice rising hysterically. If I post the video back then, you will be condemned by the public. I've seen through you. I have no idea about it, Jessie repeated, her voice trembling with fear and anger. I intended to explain it clearly to you, but you've let me down. I never thought you could be scheming. Were you really not in the wrong back then? Of course I had no idea about it back then, Jessie insisted, her voice rising in desperation. It's not my fault. I told you I won't go on a date. I know you're waiting for Jack. I just want you to help me record a video. It'll only take 2 minutes. Don't worry, the director will tell you what to say later. Just ignore the guy opposite you. You only need a headphone. I'm off now. Hey, sir, after the recording is finished, my commission— Don't worry, Mark interrupted, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Since you've made it, I won't treat you unfairly. Madam, the host will ask you several questions. Just answer as the headphone says. It's easy. Prepare to get started. Hello, I'm Mark, your blind date. Do you have any requirements for me? Jessie's voice, robotic and unnatural, echoed from Mark's phone. Tell him your blind date must be rich. Are you wealthy? My blind date must be wealthy. Can you explain it? Such as real estate or cars. You should have real estate and a car. It's the requirement for a blind date. Moreover, you must give me $7,000 for living expenses every month if the date succeeds. All of these are necessities. Why do you think that does one have no value? Because he has no money. Yeah, having no money means having no value. I don't have a house nor money. What do you think of it then? Then you don't deserve to go on a blind date with anyone. Jessie's recorded voice continued. Then why do you come here? Are you a gold digger? How dare you mock me? I don't have any money, but you're not much better, you jerk. Mark spat, his face contorted with rage. You humiliated me so much. I will repay you today. You'll know how embarrassed I was. I've explained it to you back then, Jessie pleaded, tears streaming down her face. The host asked me to say the lines to increase audience rating. I just followed the lines. That was never my intention. Why can't you understand me? I don't believe you, Mark roared, grabbing her arm again. Oh, let go of me. It hurts, Jessie cried out, struggling to break free. Suddenly, Jack stepped forward, his voice booming with authority. Mark, do you think you're a good man? Mark turned, startled, his eyes widening in surprise. Man, your scandal has spread widely. You are not a gentleman. You bully the weak. Pardon? You are not a gentleman. You are indecent. Everyone knows that you drank too much and injured your ex-wife. You lost your job. Your children broke up with you. You think you are elderly, so you bully the weak? You're a bastard. Nonsense, Mark roared, his face turning purple with rage. Shut up. I'm just telling the truth. People saw it just now. You touched me, wanted to strip off my clothes. You shut up, Mark shrieked, his voice cracking. Who are you? Do you know who I am? Do you know who she is? Jack stepped closer, his gaze unwavering. You'd better mind your business, or you'll injure yourself. Get out of the way. Don't stop me from dealing with her. Only incompetent men treat women badly, Jack declared, his voice ringing with contempt. Who do you think you are? Do you want to help her? Listen, if you help her, she's going to fall for you. She will trick all of your assets, Mark warned, his voice laced with malice. Mark, don't speak nonsense, Jack retorted, dismissing Mark's accusations with a wave of his hand. Look at her. Why are you so worried? I haven't told others what you've done. Society has changed and people have changed. Look at her. She is an old gold digger. How rare. Don't slander me, Jessie cried out, tears streaming down her face. I've explained the misunderstanding back then many times. Explain? Mark scoffed. You're just defending yourself. You didn't expect me to get the video, right? You didn't expect that I was your blind date back then. Perhaps the old man you've been waiting for is completely fake, and your 2 children might be deserted by their dad. Shut up, Jessie screamed, fury finally erupting. How dare you hit me, jerk? How dare you hit me? She lunged at Mark, striking him hard across the face. You can insult me, but you can't insult my husband and children. You're such a disgrace to men. You're stingy and cowardly. What? There are no women who worship money? There are only arrogant men who can't make money. Mr. Sterling, Jessie cried out, turning to Jack for help. Mr. Sterling, I'm sorry. Mr. Sterling, thank you, Jessie murmured, relief washing over her as Jack stepped in to protect her. It doesn't matter. How could you get entangled with such a person? Jack asked, his voice filled with concern. Did you offend him? I was framed and deceived into attending a blind date program, Jessie explained, her voice still trembling. According to the given lines, I said money-worshipping words that annoyed him. By the way, Mr. Sterling, why are you here? The commander said there would be a newcomer today, Jack replied, his gaze fixed on Jessie's face. Mr. Sterling, will you join the choir? Jessie asked, a hopeful note in her voice. It's just a coincidence, Jack said, shaking his head. Landon helped me schedule a date with my first love. We should have met each other. What happened later? Jessie asked, her heart pounding in her chest. Have you seen her? No, Jack replied, his voice laced with disappointment. Why is it the same place? Is Mr. Sterling my Jack? Did I think wrong before? I'm sorry, Mr. Sterling, Jessie apologized, her voice filled with remorse. I delayed your reunion. It doesn't matter, Jack said gently, a sad smile touching his lips. Maybe God is teasing me. We've passed by each other countless times. Jack, Jessie whispered, her voice barely audible, the name finally escaping her lips. Ms. Johnson's. She swayed, her vision blurring. Ms. Johnson's, Jack exclaimed, rushing to her side as Jessie fainted, collapsing into his arms. I've never seen Mr. Sterling so devoted to a woman before, Bruce murmured to Caleb. It seems that she is the one Mr. Sterling has been longing for. Well, Caleb nodded in agreement. I must respect her. Caleb leaned closer, peering at Jessie's pale face. Look at her, he said, his voice hushed. What's wrong with her? Why did she suddenly faint? This is caused by years of hard work, Bruce explained, his voice filled with concern. And Ms. Johnson hasn't eaten enough. With excitement, she temporarily fell into a coma. Why is her face so red? Caleb asked, noticing Jessie's flushed cheeks. She had a fever, but it's okay, Bruce reassured him. It's a low-grade fever. Just take some medicine. Are you sure she will be okay? Caleb pressed, his voice filled with worry. It's been a long time since I last saw him so worried. Mr. Sterling, don't worry, Bruce reassured Jack, who was anxiously watching over Jessie. Ms. Johnson will be okay. All right, Jack murmured, his gaze fixed on Jessie's unconscious form. Well, I'll let you go. He paused, then added, by the way, don't call her Ms. Johnson. What then? Caleb asked, confused. How should I call her? Jack, Jessie murmured, her voice barely audible, stirring slightly. What did you say? Jack leaned closer, straining to hear her faint whisper. Jack, are you feeling uncomfortable? Jessie mumbled, her eyes still closed. Caleb told me when you wake up, take medicine and have a good sleep. You'll be okay, Jack repeated, his voice gentle and soothing. Jack, Jessie murmured again, a hint of distress in her voice. Forget it, Jack said, his voice laced with concern. I'll let Caleb check it. Jack, don't go. Please don't go. Don't leave me alone again, Jack, Jessie pleaded, her voice rising in panic, her eyes still closed. Jack, is she calling her husband? Caleb whispered to Bruce, bewildered. Mr. Sterling, where am I? Jessie asked, her eyes fluttering open, confusion clouding her gaze. My house? My bed? Mr. Sterling, I'm fine, Jessie said, trying to sit up. I can go home. Be careful, Mr. Sterling, Jessie said weakly as Jack helped her to her feet. Leave me alone, Mr. Sterling. Mr. Sterling, an employee shouldn't lie on the boss's bed. Listen to me, Jack said gently, ignoring her protests. The doctor has examined you. Eat some porridge and take a rest. Then you'll be okay. Please take medicine. He handed her a glass of water and a pill. Music softens, becoming tender and intimate. I didn't expect Mr. Sterling, a president, to take care of people so well, Jessie murmured, a hint of awe in her voice. I am a president, Jack replied, his voice soft. But I am also a man. Although I am rich, I can't do anything. During the battle in Kazakh, I looked after my injured comrades. When the clothes were torn, I mended clothes by myself. When my comrades were busy, I even cooked for them. In those years, I relied on myself. I can't survive the battle without knowing anything. Mr. Sterling, can you cook? Jessie asked, her eyes widening in surprise. Of course, Jack chuckled, a hint of warmth entering his voice. I know everything you can think of. In fact, I'm just an ordinary person. Jack, I really miss you, Jessie whispered, her voice barely audible, her gaze fixed on Jack's face. Every time Mr. Sterling mentioned his experience of fighting in Kazakh, I would be worried about you, Jessie continued, her voice trembling with emotion. Have you suffered a lot? Actually, Jack said, his voice softening, my appearance has changed a lot. He pulled out a faded photograph from his wallet. Here's a photo of me and my first love. Jessie took the photo, her breath catching in her throat. It was Jack, younger, but undeniably him, standing beside a young woman with a radiant smile. And then she looked up at Jack, really looked at him, at the familiar lines around his eyes, the way he held himself, the gentle kindness in his gaze. It doesn't matter, Jessie whispered, tears welling up in her eyes. Take a rest, Jack murmured, his voice filled with tenderness. I'll cool. I'm so sorry and I'm so excited. I'm white every time I'm alone with you. I always want to share my past with you. Maybe we are of similar age so I can understand you. You're really like an old friend I haven't seen in years. Mr. Sterling, I'll tidy myself up first. No need, Jack insisted, gently stopping her. You are still sick. Take a rest. I'll do it myself. Take a rest. As Jack busied himself tidying up the room, Jessie watched him, her mind racing, the pieces finally falling into place. So those familiar moments are not illusions, she thought, a wave of realization washing over her. Mr. Sterling's tone of speech and behavior habits all seem to be Jack's. So Mr. Sterling is him. Mr. Sterling is my Jack. My Jack has always been by my side. How silly I am. My beloved has been by my side, but I was not sure. I finally found you. Just then, Jack turned back to her, a question in his eyes. You got married again? He asked, his voice hesitant. Since that's the case, why are you searching for me so hard? Do you still view me as your wife? Jessie's eyes filled with tears, her heart overflowing with emotion. It's you, she whispered, her voice choked with emotion. Why are you here, Rose? Jack asked, his voice cold, his gaze fixed on the woman standing before him. Jessie, I heard that Mark embarrassed you at the square. Are you okay? Don't pretend to be kind, Rose sneered, her voice dripping with venom. If it weren't for you, how could I have been entangled? Oh, look at you, Jack sighed, shaking his head in disappointment. Don't take it seriously. Look, I am apologizing to you, and that day I bought eggs for you, didn't I? Let it go if it needs to go. At our age, we don't have many years left. It's just a small matter. Don't let it affect our neighborly relationship. Rose turned and walked away, leaving Jack standing alone, his heart heavy with disappointment. She left without saying goodbye, Jack murmured to himself, his voice filled with sadness. Later, Jack met Landon, again at the cafe. Jack, how about it? Have you seen her? Did you have a good time? Will Jess move into your house, or will you move into her place? Landon asked, his voice filled with anticipation. Jack shook his head, his expression downcast. Well, I didn't see her. What? Landon exclaimed, incredulous. Jack, look at you. How cowardly you are. I'm telling you, my patience is limited. You're just a coward. Just be a man. Jess is braver than you. Just tell me if you will see her, Landon pressed, his voice firm. Of course, Jack replied, his voice laced with determination. I was delayed because of something. I didn't avoid it. Nothing is more important than seeing Jess. I've told you, I have health issues. Landon sighed, his voice weary. I have health issues. Don't annoy me. For you, I've grown a lot of white hair. All right, you are righteous. I'll repay you. I'll call Jess again to reschedule with her. All right, hurry up. I'm worried about you. Since you didn't know it, I won't give you a hard time. I'll go to cut some fruit for you. Landon picked up his phone and dialed Jessie's number. Jessie, I'm Jack. I'm back. Jessie's voice, filled with disbelief and hope, echoed from the phone. Jack? Isn't this the man Jessie has been waiting for 30 years? Sorry for keeping you waiting for so long, Landon continued, mimicking Jack's voice. I'm rich now. Can I pick you up? Okay, but next time you won't be able to reach me on the phone. Why? Landon asked, still mimicking Jack. Jesse, are you unwilling to meet me? If so, I will silently guard you behind you. I won't disturb you anymore. I need to change my phone number, Jesse's voice replied. I'll give you another phone number. Haven't you been using this phone number? Landon continued, still playing Jack. Why will you change it? Have you encountered any difficulties? Tell me, I can help you. No, I'm fine. It doesn't matter. I'm busy now. I have to hang up now. I'll contact you later. Please have some fruit. Landon hung up, a triumphant grin spreading across his face. Oh, there are so many oranges, he said, mimicking Jesse's voice again. Jesse, do you love oranges so much? Jack stared at him, a mixture of confusion and realization dawning in his eyes. It's not me, Landon continued, still in character. My husband loves oranges, so I'm used to peeling some oranges every day. If you don't like oranges, you can eat some apples. No, I like oranges. Oh, it's delicious. Jesse, I just got a phone call. I have something to deal with. I need to go now. See you. Oh, just sit down there. There are so many oranges. Landon finally dropped the act, turning to Jack, his eyes filled with amusement. Hello, Jack. I'm here to find you now. I really miss you. Really, Jess, can I see you? Of course, I'm already at your doorstep. Music swells, romantic and hopeful. Jack rushed out of the cafe, his heart pounding in his chest. He arrived at Jesse's apartment, his breath catching in his throat as he saw her standing in the doorway, her eyes shining with tears. Jack, Jesse whispered, her voice trembling with emotion. Jack. Music fades slightly, becoming more intimate and tender. What's wrong? Jack asked, his voice filled with concern, noticing the tears streaming down her face. Oh, it doesn't matter, Jessie stammered, wiping her eyes. It's just been too long. You've changed a lot. Why do I think she's so unfamiliar? Jack thought to himself, a flicker of doubt crossing his mind. It seems that I've never seen her before. Jack, Jessie continued, her voice choked with emotion. I've been missing you for 30 years. I've never forgotten your appearance. I dream of you every day. My eyes are almost crying out in my dreams. Why did you come back so late? Jessie, my bad, babe, Jack apologized, his voice filled with remorse. I'm sorry, so you still love me? Jessie asked, her voice barely above a whisper. Yeah, you've been waiting for too long. You don't know how much I miss you. What have you been doing all these years? How silly Jessie is, Rose thought to herself, watching Jack and Jessie embrace from a distance. She was cheated easily. It's been so long, but she hasn't noticed it. I deceived her into a blind date. I got $150. She deserves to be tricked. With billions of assets, Jack Sterling returned with Blackstone Enterprises. Mr. Sterling participated in the war in Kazakhstan 30 years ago. Then he founded Blackstone Enterprises and became the richest man in New York. I remember the man whom Jessie has been waiting for is also surnamed Sterling. What's his name? His name is also Jack. Is it him? Jessie, you jerk. How could you marry Jack? Jessie, now that you didn't recognize him, then I'll be Mrs. Sterling. Rose approached Jack and Jessie, a fake smile plastered on her face. Jessie, she said, her voice saccharine sweet. I heard you had been married. We are married, Jessie replied, confused by Rose's sudden appearance. Jessie has been waiting for him for 30 years, Rose continued, addressing Jack, ignoring Jessie. Who told him the wrong news? He misunderstood her. I've divorced. Why is it, Jack asked, his brow furrowed with confusion. Because of me? He treated me badly, Rose explained, her voice dripping with self-pity. He drank heavily and gambled. My financial pressure was even heavier. I had to work several jobs every day. I begged people to borrow money, then I was divorced. I'm telling my true experiences. As long as I can deceive him, I can replace Jessie. Landon told the truth, yeah, Jack murmured, his gaze softening as he looked at Jessie. You're living a miserable life. I'm sorry, Jess. He pulled out his wallet and extracted a thick wad of cash. Take it. $700,000. It is my compensation. Just take it. Just use it at your will. Compensate yourself. Jessie, you're such an unlucky woman, Rose interjected, her voice laced with false sympathy. But I must thank you. Without you, I wouldn't live a rich life. Jack, Jessie said softly, shaking her head. I'm not with you for money. Not before, not now. I know, Jess, Jack replied, his voice filled with sincerity. But I am sorry. Take it. Jack, I'm back, Rose declared, stepping forward and placing her arm possessively around Jack's waist. I will be with you. I'll take on the duty of being Mrs. Sterling of Blackstone Enterprises. I hope everyone will know I'm back, and I'm your wife. Jack, can you disclose my identity to the whole of New York? Okay, Rose, Jack agreed, his voice strangely detached. Don't worry, I'll give you everything I have. I'll compensate you with everything I have. Jess, on our 30th wedding anniversary is coming up soon. I'll hold a huge ceremony. I'll tell everyone about your identity. Jack, I know you deserve my waiting. Mr. Sterling, Caleb approached Jack, his face flushed with worry. Mrs. Sterling is finding fault with our employee in the market. How dare you criticize my wife? Rose shrieked at a terrified shop assistant. Mrs. Sterling often finds fault with us, Caleb continued, lowering his voice. People say she can't compare with Jessie. She isn't like Mrs. Sterling. She's so rude, and she isn't like a madam. I can hear you, Mr. Sterling, Rose snapped, overhearing Caleb's hushed complaints. Why not check it? We can't make our employees hate Mrs. Sterling, right? Are you blind? Rose shrieked at the shop assistant, pointing at a tiny coffee stain on her designer handbag. Can the coffee stain be washed off? Sorry, the shop assistant stammered, tears welling up in her eyes. I was in a hurry. I didn't mean it. The coffee stain is just a little. How about changing it? I'll take it for dry cleaning. Ah, do you know who I am? Rose roared, her face contorted with rage. Ah, do you know how much it costs if it gets washed out? Can you afford to compensate? I know you're Mrs. Sterling, the shop assistant sobbed, her voice trembling. I said I would clean it for you. Dry cleaners are professional. They won't wash anything out. You know I am Mrs. Sterling. Why did you splash me with coffee? Rose continued her tirade, ignoring the shop assistant's pleas. How professional are dry cleaning shops? Tell me, the clothes are worth $114,000. You're just a common employee. How can you afford to compensate? You'll be fired. I'm going to tell Jack now. I wonder which company would dare to take you in. Is she really my Jess? Jack wondered, watching Rose's outburst with a growing sense of unease. 3 days later, I'll celebrate my wedding anniversary with my wife. Can you attend it? Jack asked Caleb, his voice strangely detached. Wife? Is it the woman on the marriage certificate? Caleb asked, confused. Yes, my wife. I will announce she is Mrs. Sterling. You'll be fired, Dee. I'm going to tell Jack now. I wonder which company would dare to take you in. People will change, right? Jack murmured, a hint of doubt creeping into his voice. Yes, Mr. Sterling, people will change, Caleb replied, nodding slowly. Maybe it's because of me. I made her suffer a lot. That's why she became like this. I'll gradually change her. Mr. Sterling, I'll be there. I wish you happy. Jack, Jessie said softly, her voice filled with sadness. After attending the ceremony, I'll leave. This wedding anniversary should be regarded as the end of our half-life relationship. Jess, no matter how bad you become, I'm willing to accept you. I'll give you whatever I have. Jessie, thanks to you, I will have all of the glory and wealth. Jack, as long as you can be happy, I'm willing to stand behind you and bless you. Let me see how beautiful your wife is. As Jessie approached Rose, she accidentally bumped into her, causing Rose to stumble and spill a plate of food all over her pristine white wedding dress. What are you doing? Rose shrieked, her face contorted with rage. You did it on purpose. How dare you step on my wedding dress and splash me? Talk, madam. Sorry, Jessie stammered, her voice trembling with fear. I didn't mean to. Sorry. You think apologizing can make up for my loss? Rose roared, her voice rising hysterically. Today, my husband Jack, the richest man in New York and the president of Blackstone Enterprises, is going public with my identity. You ruined this important day, you jerk. You can't even hold a plate steady. You clod. Madam, sorry, I'm so sorry, Jessie sobbed, tears streaming down her face. Let me take you to a new dress. How dare you, a servant, tell me what to do? Rose shrieked, pushing Jessie away. Sorry, madam, I'm stupid, Jessie mumbled, backing away in terror. Hurry and follow me, Rose barked, grabbing Jessie by the arm and dragging her toward the dressing room. You made a mistake and want to run away. My wife can't move well in her wedding dress. Go and open the door. Why isn't she there? Where is she? Mr. Sterling isn't tricking us, is he? How could it be? Today, Mr. Sterling just announced that he found his wife. Did something happen to his wife? Could it be that his wife ran away? They've been apart for years. It's normal for her to like someone else. That's right, I just saw a blurry back. It looks like she's gone. It's really big news. Is that Jack's wife in Kazakhstan? Why does she look so familiar? I seem to have met her before. Why is Mr. Sterling gone? Is the party continuing today? I think Mr. Sterling went looking for his wife. Why did Mrs. Sterling leave on such an important day? Madam, I'll compensate you, Jessie pleaded, her voice trembling. Don't worry now, please hurry up and change into a new dress so as not to delay this important day for you. I'll take care of the rest. This girl, I'll lecture her. You're more sensible than she. What a good flunky. But this is the only dress I want, Rose insisted, her voice petulant. So no, this dress is almost dry. Just wait a little longer and it'll be completely dry. Who knows what was in the water she splashed on it? Even if it dries, it'll still be dirty. So don't say crap. Today you two must kneel and apologize to me. Madam, you've gone too far, Jessie protested, her voice laced with fear and desperation. I'm telling you, you must obey me, Rose shrieked, her face red with rage. Okay, if you'll stop being angry, we can kneel down. What? 2 flunkies? Rose scoffed, her eyes gleaming with malicious intent. You slap her 10 times as an apology to me, then I'll let you two go. How about that? Well, you don't want to, or you slap him 20 times, then I can let you both go too. If you don't, you'll both be fired. I'm Mr. Sterling's wife. I can destroy you too, as easily as I destroy an ant. Think about that. Jessie, what are you doing? Jack's voice echoed through the dressing room, cutting through the tense silence. Why do you make them kneel? Rose turned, her face lighting up as she saw Jack. Jack, you finally came. You know what? I haven't been to the party because this waitress just splashed me. Look, the wedding dress got dirty. It's okay, Jack said gently, his voice soothing. Look, I've prepared so many wedding dresses, so pick another one and change into it, okay? No, Rose shrieked, stamping her foot. This is the only one I want. It's the only one I like. You've owed me for 30 years now. Can't you fulfill this little request of mine? Jessie, Jack said softly, his voice laced with weariness. I didn't know you thought that. He turned to the 2 terrified employees. I've given you 2 choices. Are you going to do it or not? If you don't do it, I'll have my husband fire you right now. Rose threatened, her voice shrill. Madam, please don't be angry, Jessie pleaded, her voice trembling. You see, today you're the center. If outsiders see you like this, it'll have a bad effect. So what? Rose scoffed, dismissing Jessie's concerns with a wave of her hand. I'm Jack's wife. Who dares to criticize me? Don't give me that crap. I'll give you 3 seconds. If you two don't do it, I'll fire you right now. This Mrs. Sterling is clearly an old shrew, Jessie thought to herself, her heart sinking. I'm so unlucky today. I'd rather be fired. She looked at her colleague, a silent understanding passing between them. 3, 2. Is she really my Jess? Jack wondered, watching Rose's cruel display. Jess used to be so kind. How did she become what she is? Enough, Jack said, his voice firm, cutting through the tense silence. You two, get out. He gestured to the 2 employees. You soiled the wedding dress, so I'll inform the department to deduct your pay for today. Yes, sir. The 2 employees scurried away, relieved to escape Rose's wrath. Jack, what are you doing? Rose shrieked, turning her fury on Jack. How could you let them go so easily? You're the president of Blackstone Enterprises. If others know about it, it'll not be good for you to manage your staff. Jessie, sit down first, Jack said gently, trying to calm her down. Calm down. Don't make a fuss, okay? Make a fuss? Rose repeated, her voice rising hysterically. I did it for you. Did you forget? I've been waiting for you for 30 years. How could you say that to me? Fine. I should never have waited these 30 years for you. Jesse! Rose stormed off, her face contorted with rage. Jesse, sit down, Jack pleaded, following after her. Jesse, I didn't mean that. You see, this great feast is for you today, and I invited all my business partners. We shouldn't keep them waiting, should we? Jack, you're the richest in New York, Rose retorted, her voice laced with sarcasm. I'm your wife. They should wait for us. Jess, we shouldn't be so arrogant, Jack said gently, trying to reason with her. Don't jeopardize the company's reputation. These business partners are savvy. If they feel slighted, Blackstone Enterprises will have a hard time doing business with them. I don't care, Rose shrieked, her voice rising to a crescendo. Blackstone Enterprises is the largest group in New York. How could they not do business with you? I'm in a bad mood today. I'm not going. Just today, I invited a lot of media, and they're all here for you. If you don't show up, I won't be affected, but once the news is aired, the company's stock price will surely plummet. Just go there for me. Don't let me be embarrassed by those shareholders, okay? I don't care. I'm the richest man's wife. I'm not going. Jesse, Jack said, his voice filled with weariness and disappointment. How did you get to be like this? You used to be understanding and considerate of me in everything you did. Now just be considerate towards me, okay? Don't be unreasonable. Unreasonable? Rose repeated, her voice dripping with sarcasm. Jack, why not say I'm being unreasonable for waiting for you for 30 years? Why not say I'm being unreasonable for raising a family on my own? I'm just not going today. What can you do to me? Bruce approached Jack, his face etched with worry. Mr. Sterling, are you in trouble? Why hasn't your wife shown up? The guests are a little antsy. She's having a tantrum, Jack sighed, running a hand through his hair. Mr. Sterling, women need to be coaxed, Bruce offered, his voice hesitant. I've been coaxing her for so long, I was close to kneeling to her, Jack exclaimed, frustration evident in his voice. Well, what do we do now? Bruce asked, his brow furrowed with concern. I've been thinking about this too, Jack replied, his voice thoughtful. We can't keep the guests waiting like this. It'll hurt the reputation of Blackstone Enterprises. Not only that, but if she doesn't show up, once the news reports it, the Blackstone Enterprises stock will surely plummet. At that point, the damage will be even greater. That's right, Bruce agreed, nodding slowly. Could you please pretend to be my wife? Jack blurted out, his voice desperate. I'm worried that the guests will be disgruntled. Pretend to be your wife? Jessie repeated, her eyes widening in surprise. The man who was once in love with me now wants me to pretend to be his wife. Jessie, you're a joke. Don't get me wrong, Jack said quickly, realizing how his words might have sounded. You just pretend to be my wife today to appease the guests. Mr. Sterling, I know you're worried about the interests of Blackstone Enterprises, Jessie said, her voice soft. But why choose me? No one has seen my wife yet, so if you put on a mask and don't speak, you won't be recognized. You've been my assistant for some time. I believe you. I don't worry you'll attend with a mask. No one will recognize you. And I'll get Bruce to help us. Can I refuse? Oh, sorry, Jack apologized, realizing he hadn't considered her feelings. I'm in too much of a hurry to consider your feelings. It can only be me, Mr. Sterling. Sorry, I'm getting older and prone to saying and doing the wrong things. Mr. Sterling, don't get me wrong. I'm just wondering if it can only be me, since I'm already a joke. Instead of watching you suffer, I'll help you one more time. Only I'm going to be a little more ridiculous. Yes? Oh, I think you're the only one fit to pretend to be my wife? Okay, what? You agree? You helped me so much before. How can I not help you when you need me? Sorry, if you don't agree, I'll understand. Mr. Sterling, no need to apologize. This is my job. Mar, these are the ones I have for her. Just pick one. Bruce presented a rack of elaborate masks to Jessie. Jack, I'm so envious of your wife from Kazakhstan. How good is she to you that you love her so much and gave up on me? Jessie murmured, her voice laced with a hint of sadness. This one, Bruce selected a simple, elegant mask for her. Many people came here today. You wear this mask in case you're recognized. Maybe this is the last time in my life I'll be your wife. Jessie thought to herself, a bittersweet smile touching her lips. It's almost time, Bruce said, glancing at his watch. Don't keep them waiting too long. Let's go. Jack, let's go, Jessie said, her voice filled with a newfound resolve. Take it easy, Jack said, his voice gentle. I believe you. Thank you. Don't worry, Mr. Sterling, Jessie reassured him, her voice confident. I will. As Jessie, masked and elegant, stepped into the banquet hall beside Jack, Bruce approached him, his face etched with worry. Mr. Sterling, your wife wants you to go over there now. Tell her to wait for me for a while, Jack instructed, his voice firm, and that I'll meet her after I see the guests. Bruce returned a moment later, his expression even more frantic. Mr. Sterling, your wife said you must go over there now, or she'll leave now, so that you'll never find her again. Please be considerate of me. If you don't go over there, your wife will probably smash the makeup table. Then that'll be harder to deal with. And your wife told you not to forget all the years of love between you. All the years of love. How long were they together? Tell her to stop being unreasonable, Jack sighed, weariness creeping into his voice, and that I'll make it up to her after today. Mr. Sterling, go ahead, Bruce urged, his voice pleading. Maybe she has something urgent to tell you. I'll take care of it here. I'm worried about you alone. But I owe her. Don't worry, Mr. Sterling. I'll take care of it. I'm wearing a mask so no one will recognize me. Okay, I'll be back soon. Jessie, you can do it. As Jack hurried away to placate Rose, Jessie, masked and alone, found herself surrounded by curious guests. Mrs. Sterling? Kane approached her, a sly smile on his face. Did he sneak in here? Mrs. Sterling, black. You look so elegant. This dress is simple and decent. It's custom-made this year, isn't it? Mr. Sterling really thinks highly of you. Hi, Mrs. Sterling, Mark joined Kane, his voice dripping with insincerity. I'm Mark Long, and do some business with Blackstone Enterprises. Here's my business card. Nice to meet you. Oh, yes, Kane interjected, pushing Mark aside. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Kane Thomas, the chairman of the Thomas Group. I've been doing some business with Blackstone Enterprises. Mr. Sterling and I are well acquainted. Have you ever heard Mr. Sterling mention me in front of you? Kane peered at Jessie intently. Mrs. Sterling, is your throat uncomfortable? Why don't you speak? What should I do if I don't speak? Jessie thought frantically. I'm going to reveal myself. I just got back and don't know much about business. Jack will be here soon. Just be patient and wait for a while. Why does Mrs. Sterling sound so strange and quite familiar? Kane mused, his brow furrowed with suspicion. Mrs. Sterling, Mark pressed, ignoring Kane's comments. I've been in business with Mr. Sterling for many years. I came here this time to congratulate you on your wedding. I hope you'll speak well of me to Mr. Sterling. I'm going to talk less or be exposed. Jack will be here soon. Talk to him yourself. Mrs. Sterling. Kane leaned closer, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Have we met before? Why do you sound so familiar? We've never met, Jessie replied quickly, her voice low and muffled by the mask. I have something to do, so I'll go first. Enjoy yourself. See you. She turned to leave, hoping to escape their scrutiny. Hey, wait! Kane called out, grabbing her arm. Wait! You're not Mrs. Sterling, but an imposter. Nonsense, Mr. Thomas, Jessie retorted, trying to maintain her composure. Do you have proof that I'm not Mrs. Sterling? I was just thinking you sounded familiar, Kane backtracked, his voice laced with uncertainty. She's Jessie. Don't think I won't recognize you just because you're wearing a mask. I'd recognize you even if you turned into ashes. Mr. Thomas, Mr. Long, Jessie warned, her voice firm. You can't slander my identity. If Jack finds out, you'll probably be penniless and unable to survive in New York. Think it over. Mr. Thomas, we'd better not argue with her, Mark whispered to Kane, fear creeping into his voice. If Mr. Sterling finds out, we'll be done for. Don't be afraid, Kane scoffed, trying to maintain his bravado. Your savings are nothing to Mr. Sterling. She was just trying to scare you. I know she's Jessie by the sound of her voice. She used to be a cleaner in Blackstone Enterprises. You don't want to do business with Blackstone Enterprises anymore? In that case, I can divest on behalf of Blackstone Enterprises. Come on, you, Kane sneered, pointing at Jessie. You're just an old and smelly cleaner. Don't play possum. Jesse, you picked this dress up from some trash heap, didn't you? I told you a long time ago that chickens never turn into phoenixes. I warned you about that. Jesse, you gold-digging old woman. No wonder you repeatedly humiliate me for being poor and won't go on a blind date with me. You're here too. Hook up with the richest man. Watch your mouths. I'm not what you call Jesse, Jesse retorted, her voice ringing with indignation. How dare you lie? You're just a middle-aged woman. How dare you pretend to be the wife of Mr. Sterling, the richest man? That's right. Mark joined in, his voice echoing Kane's accusations. Come on, take off your mask and show everyone your face. Hey, jerk, I know it's you. You vain and smelly cleaner. Just then Bruce approached, his face grim. Mr. Sterling's assistant is here. Jesse, you'll be done for now, Kane exclaimed, triumphant. Mr. Sterling's assistant is here. You'll be exposed by him. Great, Bruce is here. As long as I explain it to him, he should be able to help me out, Jessie thought, a glimmer of hope flickering within her. Mr. White, Jessie began, addressing Bruce, her voice pleading. There is a reason for it. Can we talk in private? Look, she's acting again, Kane scoffed, rolling his eyes. She acted as if Mr. Sterling's assistant really knew her. A shameless woman like her is like this. If I were this assistant, I would feel unlucky. She has thick skin, she has been exposed, but she is still acting. I've learned a lot, she's such a jerk. Yes, she is truly shameless. Mr. White, say something for me, Jessie pleaded, her voice trembling. They've gone too far. Mr. White, you called me Mr. White? Bruce asked, his brow furrowed with confusion. What's the matter? Why did Mr. Sterling arrange for Mr. White to come here? Mr. White's brain has deteriorated with age. He should have abdicated long ago. But I, Ben Brown, am the toast around Mr. Sterling. Everyone, I was arranged by the real Mrs. Sterling, and this one kept saying in the banquet hall that she was Mrs. Sterling, is a complete imposter. It's not like that, Jessie protested, her voice laced with desperation. Mr. Sterling will prove my innocence when he gets here. What are you still explaining? Ben scoffed, dismissing her pleas. Mr. Sterling's assistant told us everything. Is there any falsehood in this? I just said that she was just an imposter. Poor real Mrs. Sterling is really unlucky to be impersonated by such a person. Yes, today was Mrs. Sterling's big day, but she met such a bad person. You pissed Mrs. Sterling off, sending her own assistant, Ben continued, his voice filled with righteous anger. Good for you, Mrs. Sterling is so pitiful. Jessie, Mrs. Sterling is very angry about your behavior, so you must kneel and apologize in public today. You have to give Mrs. Sterling an explanation. I'm not wrong, Jessie protested, her voice ringing with defiance. Why should I kneel and apologize? Are you not wrong when you seduced my husband? Did you also think you were right? Do you take it for granted that you spoke ill of me at the blind date party? Yes, like this frivolous old woman who still seduced me. Actually, she just wants to find more wealthy men. She not only impersonated Mrs. Sterling, but she still wants to disrupt other people's families. Bad luck. I've watched the blind date party. She kept talking about money and didn't even care about the other person. Listen to a... No one here thinks you are innocent. You must kneel in public today and apologize to Mrs. Sterling and everyone who has been hurt by you. No, Jessie cried out, shaking her head in disbelief. I told you I wasn't wrong. I won't kneel. Just wait for Mr. Sterling to come here. Well, you won't kneel, will you? Then I'll get you some help. Ben sneered, signaling to Kane and Mark. Kane and Mark grabbed Jessie roughly, dragging her towards the center of the banquet hall. You are going too far, Jessie cried out, struggling against their grip. Are we going too far, or are you just too cheap? Kane retorted, his voice dripping with contempt. You did bad things, and you got what you deserve. Don't you deserve it? You keep talking about Mr. Sterling. I don't think Mr. Sterling knows you, honey. You are right, Mark chimed in, his voice filled with malicious glee. Old women like her aren't as pretty as you, and not as rich as you. Why are you shouting here? Let go of me, Jessie pleaded, tears streaming down her face. She was originally so poor that she wanted to find a wealthy man, but now she kneels like this. She doesn't even have that bit of self-esteem. She really deserved it. Mr. Brown, well done. Kane applauded Ben, his eyes gleaming with satisfaction. We should teach her a lesson. I don't think making her kneel is enough. She dared to cause trouble at Mr. Sterling's banquet. To be honest, she treats us like fools, and she looks down on Mr. Sterling. You are right. I'm sure that's not enough punishment for her. Some people here, take her shoes off for me. Let go of me, Jessie cried out again, her voice hoarse with fear and desperation. What are you doing? Let go of me. Behave yourselves, Jessie. You walked barefoot on this for 2 laps, did you hear me? Enough! Jessie screamed, her voice cracking with pain. You let me kneel, and now you want me to walk on glass shards? You treat me like dirt. Hey, do you think you deserve respect, Jessie? I'm telling you, you brought this on yourself. We must calculate all the accounts together today. It's kind to let you walk on the glass shards. My phone is connected to the surveillance of the entire banquet hall. I took clear pictures of the way you knelt just now. If you dare to resist again, I will spread this video. No way. All right, I'll post the video to your community group right now so Mr. Sterling and Mrs. Sterling can take a look at it. Jack asked me to pretend to be his wife to stabilize the situation and prevent guests from making noise, Jessie thought frantically. If he sends this video out, it will affect Blackstone Enterprises' reputation. The only thing I can do is to buy time and wait for Jack to explain everything to the guests. Okay, I'll do it. But you can't send the video out. Okay, do it. Music shifts to a tense, dramatic theme. Jessie, barefoot and trembling, began to walk slowly across the broken glass, pain shooting through her feet with every step. Please, that's it, Jessie pleaded, her voice hoarse with pain and humiliation. In less than 3 seconds. Who are you fooling? Yes, you took big steps on purpose. You fooled us. You really think we're blind? I've done everything you asked me to do. Jessie cried out, her voice cracking with despair. What else do you want to do? Some people here, help her. Kane and Mark pushed Jessie harder, forcing her to walk faster across the shards of glass. Ouch! Jessie cried out, stumbling, her feet bleeding. Well done! Kane exclaimed, clapping his hands with malicious glee. Seeing Jessie in such a state, I finally felt good. I think she just needs a lesson. Didn't she say that she would threaten us with Mr. Sterling before? Now she behaves well. I think she can't get off that easy. She only suffered some physical injuries, but we were mentally tortured. Yes, she can't get off that easy. She should be punished. What are you doing? Let go of me, Jessie cried out again, struggling against their grip. Everyone, I know you've all been offended by her to some extent, and I am giving you a chance for revenge now. She can't resist now. You can do what you want with her, okay? Who asked you to be the mistress? Who asked you to seduce my husband? I'm telling you, Jessie, whether it's my husband's money or him, you can never expect to get it. Didn't you despise me before? Now you are putty in my hands. This is what you should get. Ha! Scram! How dare you resist, honey? Kane's wife spat, kicking Jessie hard in the stomach. Music swells, becoming more intense and dramatic. Suddenly, Jack's voice boomed through the hall, cutting through the chaos. Honey, have you finally calmed down and are willing to attend the banquet? Rose turned, her face softening as she saw Jack approaching. Honey, Jack continued, his voice gentle and soothing, there are Mr. Johnson from the Fly Cloud Group and Mr. Baker from the Baker Group at the banquet. They both have a deep collaboration with Blackstone Enterprises, and their wealth is only below mine in New York. It's not good to keep them waiting. What the hell are they? Rose scoffed, dismissing Jack's concerns with a wave of her hand. We, Blackstone Enterprises, are the richest in New York. It's reasonable for them to wait as long as I want. It's a great honor for them to collaborate with Blackstone Enterprises. Honey, Jack said gently, trying to reason with her. The reason why I was able to lead Blackstone Enterprises to become a leading enterprise in New York is due to many opportunities and luck of the times. And they are excellent business partners. It's not good to keep them waiting. I don't care, Rose shrieked, her voice rising hysterically. I'm in a really bad mood right now. Do you want me to attend the banquet like this? She gestured to her soiled wedding dress. Honey, as long as you attend the banquet, Jack promised, his voice soft and persuasive. And when it's over, I'll do whatever you want. I don't want to wait until after the banquet is over. I'll do what I want to do now. I want the emerald gemstone ring that I was interested at that time, the pink diamond necklace, and the dress. Okay, Jack agreed readily, his voice filled with a hint of desperation. As long as you attend the banquet, I'll buy them for you now. He signaled to Bruce, who quickly retrieved the jewelry and dress Rose had demanded. 140,000, 370,000, 700,000, finished, Bruce announced, handing the items to Rose. Honey, look, Jack said, presenting the jewelry and dress to Rose. I have bought everything you like for you. Are you feeling better now? Rose examined the gifts, her eyes gleaming with avarice. These are just little things, she sniffed, dismissing them with a wave of her hand. They're nothing. Don't think these things can make me calm down. How about this, Jack offered, his voice laced with desperation. I can go to the banquet now, but you must agree to my last request before I can go. Honey, if you have any requests, feel free to tell me, Rose said, her voice softening slightly, her eyes fixed on the jewelry. If I can do it, I will definitely promise you everything. If you really love me, Jack said, his voice barely above a whisper, then sign this asset transfer agreement. He presented a document to Rose, his hand trembling slightly. Transfer 176 properties under the man's name to the woman's. All shares of Blackstone Enterprises belong to the woman. Honey, what's up? Rose stammered, her eyes widening in disbelief as she read the document. Are you reluctant? Jack asked, his voice laced with suspicion. No, honey, Rose said quickly, trying to regain her composure. Money means nothing to me, but you don't know how the company works. If you rashly take over the company, it's easy to cause losses. Although I don't know now, Rose continued, her voice becoming more confident, I can learn while taking over the company. I had originally planned to study company management. The ex-husband who used to beat and scold me forced me not to learn. Jack, if you hadn't left back then, these things wouldn't have happened. You are right, honey, Jack agreed, his voice resigned. I can gradually teach you the methods of operating a company, but about taking over the company, I want to discuss with the directors after the banquet before making a decision. Is it acceptable for you? We are husband and wife, Rose protested, her voice laced with impatience. What's yours is mine. Why do we need to discuss our affairs with those directors? Yes, honey, Jack agreed, nodding slowly. What you said is very reasonable, but a company cannot be operated solely by its CEO. The top management of the company is not very familiar to you. You need to give me time to notify them. Jack, didn't you always tell me not to care about other people's thoughts before? Rose challenged, her voice sharp. Am I not as important as those directors in your heart yet? Honey, I didn't mean that, Jack said quickly, trying to reassure her. But this matter cannot be settled in a short time. I hope you can understand my difficulties. I've appreciated your difficulties many times over the last 30 years, Jack, Rose exclaimed, her voice rising in anger. Do you know it? After you left, everyone in the neighborhood said you passed away and would never come back. When I was abused by my ex-husband and divorced, the whole neighborhood mocked me for never having a man love me again in my life. Sorry, honey, Jack murmured, his voice filled with remorse. I've made you suffer too much over the years. Do you know how much I've suffered over the years, Jack? Rose continued, her voice laced with bitterness. In the 3rd year of your departure, there was a famine in the neighborhood. I can't get any help as a single woman. In the end, I could only eat tree bark, honey. Honey, I will surely take you to eat all the delicacies, Jack promised, his voice filled with tenderness. I won't let you suffer any more years after you left. The two neighborhoods merged, and a lot of unknown men came to our neighborhood. Seeing that I was a single woman, they came to my door every night to molest me. How could this have happened? In the 15th year since you left, I was affronted by my ex-husband while walking at night. He threatened me to marry him and take care of him and his 2 intellectually challenged children. Otherwise, he would spread this matter throughout the entire neighborhood. Rue, he actually used such despicable means to force you to marry him, honey. Don't worry. I will have my lawyer find this man after today, and I will take him to court. It's meaningless for you to say these now, Rose retorted, her voice cold and unforgiving. It took me 5 years to get rid of my ex-husband. I have been waiting for you wholeheartedly for the next 15 years. I wasted so many years of my youth for you. Now, if you have deserted me, then what is the point of my life? Honey, Jack, I've suffered so much for you. What about you? I never asked you what did happen to you all these years. You may not have been faithful to me all these years, right? Honey, please believe me. Besides you, I haven't fallen in love with anyone in these years. You are the CEO of Blackstone Enterprises, Rose continued, her voice laced with suspicion. There must be many women who are better than me pursuing you. Can you guarantee that it never happened to you too all these years? Honey, I did keep one thing from you 30 years ago. I did marry a woman, but it was because I was injured, and I needed a fake identity to stay in Kazakh to recuperate. Honey, I knew you could have had an affair with other women during these 30 years. Honey, let me explain. After I was injured, the opposing army impelled a sales restriction order. I have no identity, so I can't buy medicine. I was forced to marry my benefactor. Don't try to fool me with that excuse. Rose scoffed, her voice filled with disbelief. I can't believe that nothing happened to you too all these years. Honey, she is 20 years older than me. We have always treated each other as friends. Over the years, we had been sleeping in separate rooms. We treated each other like guests. I came back here this time because I had already done her funeral. Before she passed away, she told me that if I had any other wishes, I must seize the time to fulfill them. It's useless for you to explain so much to me. Rose interrupted, her voice impatient. If you truly like me, then prove it with practical actions. Just sign this agreement. I don't want your money. I just want to see if you care about me as much as you say. Okay, I'll sign it now. I'll sign it now, honey. Jack agreed, his voice resigned. As Jack reached for a pen to sign the agreement, his phone rang. It was Ben. Honey, who called you just now? Rose asked, her eyes narrowed with suspicion. It was just a crank call, Jack replied quickly, trying to dismiss her concerns. Jack, don't care about it. Just keep signing the agreement. What the hell is wrong with Ben? Jack muttered to himself, annoyed by the interruption. Without end, who the hell made that call? Show me your phone, Rose demanded, snatching the phone from Jack's hand. Jack, it really was a crank call, nothing serious. If they are just crank calls, why were you so flustered when you hung up twice? Show it to me. Just then, the phone rang again. It was a video call from Ben. Rose answered it, her face contorted with rage. Hello, Mrs. Sterling, Ben's voice echoed from the phone screen. I'm done torturing Jessie. You said at the time that you had to confirm via video. Look, she can't even stand up. How can you bully her like that? She has offended me before. She deserved it. Even if you have personal grievances, you can't bully her like this. I'm going to stop them right now. It's bad. I can't let Jack go to the banquet hall now. She's just a cleaner. If you go there now, I won't attend the banquet. How do you know she's a cleaner? Jack asked, his voice sharp, his eyes fixed on Rose's face. You haven't even met her. Jack, why are you asking so many questions? Rose retorted, her voice laced with impatience. She's just a nobody. I have long forgotten where I met her. You must explain this to me, otherwise I'll go to ask her now. Wait, I remember it. No, Jessie, I went to Blackstone Enterprises once before. I happened to run into her, wiping the floor there. I asked her for directions, but she was not only lazy, but also particularly impatient with me. That's why I was particularly impressed by her face. Lazy, impatient. She has been working in my company for a long time. She has always been diligent and conscientious in her work and has never been slack off. And she is not a cleaner. She's my personal assistant. She's my personal assistant. She is not a cleaner. Are you sure what you're saying is true, Jack? This has been a long time. How could I remember so clearly? She's just an assistant. I am your first lover. Is my 30 years of waiting for you less important than an assistant? Rose challenged, her voice rising in anger. She would never make such a fuss like this before, Jack murmured, his gaze distant. Can 30 years really make a gentle person become like this? Or is she trying to hide something? Let me ask you something. Do you remember the official date we were together? Of course, I remember it, Rose scoffed, her voice laced with sarcasm. Why do you have the nerve to ask me when you can't remember? Every day during these 30 years, I have been thinking about what my Jack is doing. In that case, tell me what day it is. The Blackstone family is so luxurious. After the wedding banquet, all of these are mine. Let me see what valuable things the Blackstone family has. Every year on March 7th, we go to take photos. For 30 years, not a single year has been missed. Well, this day must be significant to Jack. The date we officially got together was March 7th. Yes, I misunderstood you, Jack admitted, his voice filled with remorse. I guessed right. Sorry, honey, I told you that you were overthinking. For 30 years, I waited patiently. What I got was your guard and suspicion. Sorry, honey, there are too many people coveting the Blackstone family estate. I must be sure. The estate? The estate. You're always thinking about that little bit of estate? If you really feel sorry for me, quickly sign the documents, okay? I'll sign it, Rose exclaimed, her voice filled with triumph. I asked them to get this coffee for you, Jack said, handing Rose a cup. Okay, thank you. Honey, why is it sweet? Rose asked, taking a sip of the coffee, her brow furrowed in confusion. What's wrong? This coffee is too bitter. That's why I asked them to add more sugar. That's not right, Jack said, his voice firm, his eyes fixed on Rose's face. We've been together for so long. How could she not know that I never add sugar to any of my beverages? Answer this. What kind of candy do you give me every time I have hypoglycemia? Do you remember? What's wrong with you? Why do you ask such an absurd question? You just don't want to let go of the estate, don't you? You're stalling for time. Give me the correct answer. I'll sign it immediately, I promise. Rose hesitated, her eyes darting around nervously. Rich people really are different, she stammered, trying to buy time. For chocolate, they pick these high-end brands. When hypoglycemia strikes, you always have Godiva. Else it's Snickers. Snickers? How could it be Snickers? Jack repeated, his voice filled with disbelief and pain. You just don't want to sign this agreement and make up these questions to fool me. People like you have tons of money. How could you possibly like Snickers? Such a cheap treat. Have you forgotten what happened? I have hypoglycemia. I'm not a fan of sweets. 30 years ago, when I had a hypoglycemic episode, you unwrapped a Snickers and gave it to me. I like the taste, all because of you. But that was 30 years ago, Jack. For these 30 years, I've been toiling for a living. I've almost forgotten about love. Please understand. Show some compassion for me, Jack. Please sign the agreement now. Let's live happily ever after. Okay, from beginning to end, she's been trying all the way to make me sign. She is definitely suspicious. Why does your neck have a mole? Jack asked, his voice low and dangerous. I remember that mole was on your shoulder. With age, it's normal for moles to show up. That's normal. I haven't even noticed it myself. Let me see the mole on your shoulder, Jack. Oh dear, don't rush. Look at you. Your clothes are a mess. Hey, don't look. What's wrong? It's just a mole. I was mocked by people all the time because of this mole. I'll have it removed one day. It doesn't look bad. As long as it's there, I can spot you in the crowd of time. As for those who mock you, their opinions don't matter. I'll listen to you and not remove it. Let me see the mole on your shoulder, Jack. This isn't appropriate. Look, the air conditioning is too strong. I just got splashed with water. I can't take my clothes off. I might catch a cold. I have to get to the bottom of this. Let me see. Where is your mole? That mole doesn't look good, and I went to the hospital to have it removed. Who said it doesn't look good? Was it your ex-husband or some other man outside? Jack, I just don't like to have such an ugly mole on my shoulder. It's so embarrassing. Once it's removed, it looks nicer. Impossible. I once said with this mole, I can recognize you in a crowd with just one glance. You promised me not to remove this mole. 30 years have passed, Jack. We do change from time to time. We all love to look good. Jack, please understand. No, I can't. You don't remember the candies you gave me. You broke your promises. Did you forget? Or are you simply not the person I'm looking for? I won't lie to you. I am the person you're looking for. I am Jesse Johnson. Jack, I admit that over the past 30 years, I do change a lot, but I still love you. Stop pretending. Jack roared, his voice filled with rage and disgust. Even 100 years, Jess would never turn into you. You don't love me. You love my money. Oh no, I didn't mean that. Jack, Rose pleaded, her voice trembling with fear. Just don't mind the agreement. I just want to be with you. Let go. Jack pushed Rose away, his face contorted with anger. I'm going to announce the cancellation of our wedding. Jack, I'm begging you. I've waited for 30 years. You can't kick me away because I've changed. Let go. I'm sick of you. You're not even worthy to compare with Jess. Don't impersonate her again, or I won't let you off. Jack, I truly love you. Have you forgotten our past? Have you forgotten it all? Hands off. Don't look. Get lost. Jack stormed away, leaving Rose standing alone, her face pale with shock and fear. He stopped suddenly, turning back, his gaze fixed on Rose's shoulder. This mole, he murmured, his voice barely audible. Why is it the same as Jess's? Rose, seeing the flicker of doubt in Jack's eyes, seized the opportunity. Don't act innocent for being a mistress, she shrieked, her voice rising hysterically. I should be feeling wronged. What a shameless jerk. It was you who tried to seduce me in the first place, which made my wife angry. I thought you were noble. Turns out you're just a mistress who loves to impersonate others. Jerk, you deserve to end up like this. It's truly what you deserve. All of you are spreading baseless rumors. I've explained to you countless times, but you just don't believe it. You've done so many shady things you wouldn't admit them. Security, take this woman out of here. Jack, come back, Jessie cried out, her voice cracking with despair as security guards approached her. Why haven't you come back yet? Let go of me. I'm Mr. Sterling's assistant. How dare you treat me like this? When Mr. Sterling returns, he won't let you off. How dare you claim you're Mr. Sterling's assistant? Stop it. No one believes you. Don't even mention Mr. Sterling. I feel sorry for him. She's just putting on a show. Ignore her. Just throw her out. Let go of me. This is Mr. Sterling's party. You have no right to decide if I stay or go. Rose Ying, a voice exclaimed, cutting through the chaos. Rose Ying. She is clearly Rose Ying. How could she be Mrs. Sterling? You have the nerve to say that the real Mrs. Sterling is a fake? I think she's just furious after being exposed, so she's accusing others. She's a crazy woman now. She's attacking people. I'm not lying. Mrs. Sterling is a local Kazakh. Rose Ying has always worked locally as a marriage broker, and she's even in the choir with me. Mr. Sterling has been deceived. I swear, as Mr. Sterling's assistant, that Miss Ying is indeed Mrs. Sterling. This matter is absolutely true. Complete nonsense, Ben scoffed, dismissing the witness's testimony with a wave of his hand. Look now, who still believes you? You're in the choir with her. Why don't you just say Mr. Sterling is your brother? She's just a gold digger. She's jealous of Mrs. Sterling and starts spreading rumors. Back then, she was eager to be my woman because of my company and property. I think she has really lost her mind. She's crazy about getting rich. Exactly, and ending up with such a lunatic, Mr. Sterling is really unlucky. Security, what are you waiting for? This woman is here making trouble and slandering Mrs. Sterling. Hurry and drag her out. Don't let her make a scene here. You're making things up. Baseless accusations, Jessie cried out, her voice rising in desperation. If you don't believe me, fine. Stop accusing me of such groundless crimes. Let go of me. What are you doing? Hands off her. Suddenly, Jack reappeared, his voice booming through the hall, silencing the chaos. Hands off her. Everyone froze, turning towards Jack. Disbelief and shock etched on their faces. Mr. Sterling, they gasped. Mr. Sterling, Rose exclaimed, her face paling as she realized her deception had been exposed. Rose Ying is not your wife, Jack declared, his voice ringing with authority. Don't be deceived by her. I've never said that Rose Ying is my wife. My wife has always been only Jessie Johnson. He hasn't forgotten me, Jessie whispered, tears streaming down her face. Jack, it's me. It's Jess. It's Jess. I am Jess. Jack rushed towards her, his eyes filled with tears of joy and relief. It's really you, Jess, he exclaimed, embracing her tightly. I am Jess, Jessie sobbed, burying her face in his chest. I finally found you. All these years, I've always kept this photo with me. Jack pulled out the faded photograph from his wallet, showing it to the crowd. I thought you married the woman from Kazakh and forgot me. Jess, how could I ever forget you? Jess, the lady from Kazakhstan is my lifesaver. Our marriage was only because I needed a false identity. My true wife has always been you, Jesse Johnson. Look, look. Today, this wedding feast was specially prepared for you. How could it be? She truly is Mrs. Sterling, people murmured in disbelief. Kneel quickly. Sorry, Mrs. Sterling. Sorry, we thought you were a fake. I asked for your forgiveness. I was just blind. I was too petty. I couldn't take any criticism, and I held a grudge. Please be magnanimous and forgive my faults. Let me off. Sorry, I shouldn't have impersonated her. I deserve punishment. I bow to apologize. Kane and Mark groveled at Jesse's feet, begging for forgiveness. Saying sorry is already too late for what you did today, Jack said, his voice cold and unforgiving. I won't let you off. Security, escort them out now. Jack turned back to Jesse, his eyes filled with tenderness and remorse. Jess, I'm truly sorry for all the suffering these years. It's okay, Jack, Jessie whispered, her voice choked with emotion. Being reunited with you is already enough for me. For 30 years, we've gone through too many hardships. The heavens were just. I am finally reunited with you. Mr. and Mrs. Sterling, the banquet host announced, his voice filled with emotion. After so many years, you finally found each other. What a beautiful story. After 30 years of separation, they still love each other. How touching. Jess, I'll make up a wedding for you. Come now, I announce the banquet officially begins. A special guest sends blessings via video to Mr. and Mrs. Sterling. Let's watch the video. Landon's face appeared on the large screen, his voice filled with warmth and sincerity. Congratulations. Congratulations to you both. Love will find a way. I inadvertently witnessed your feelings for each other. I'm also very thankful that Jess can marry the man who loves her most in the world. My best wishes to you both. Landon. Landon, thank you, Jessie murmured, tears streaming down her face. It's very thoughtful of him. Jess, meeting you is the happiest thing in my life, Jack whispered, his voice filled with love and devotion. I'd be willing to wait for you forever. Congratulations to them. They have crossed the river of time and finally found each other. Congratulations, Mr. Sterling. Congratulations, Mrs. Sterling. Congratulations, Mr. Sterling. Congratulations, Mrs. Sterling. The crowd erupted in applause, celebrating the long-awaited reunion of Jack and Jessie, a testament to the enduring power of love and the triumph of hope over despair.